Hello and welcome to GeekSpaceTV. I'm back, and they're already a mess. And by them, I mean like whatever was happening between Dan and Claudia.
What?
We won't look like this.
We're mostly harmless.
You are mostly harmless.
I'm poisonous to some species of
definitely armless. Armful. You have arms. Hello and welcome. It is wonderful to see all of you here this week. I hope you had enjoyed the superhero RPG that happened while in my stead. I heard they were delightful. I don't even know. I was gonna make it
delightful. You teed it up and then just
unbelievably
they were. Thank you. I'm not good at puns. Okay, I love puns, but I'm not good at them.
Where were you showing?
I don't believe in puns.
I got dropped there.
I believe in them on a wing and a prayer.
Is Claudia actually like making a map of this lab? I will be so excited to compare it to both the map that I have and then the one that I have essentially been constructing in my head.
My suspicion is she's just drawing a bunch of lines.
Okay,
It's gonna be great.
I was a math major. I know how to draw
Just
squares.
noticed your fatal wound.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I bled on my cosplay earlier today.
It's not cosplay unless there's some blood in it.
It really isn't cosplay if there's not blood on it. Turns out wire kind of pokey.
Yeah.
I learned that lesson.
I tried to make one of those metal sculptures that you can make where they have all those tiny metal bits and you put them together.
Yep.
That destroyed my hands and I stopped.
Oh, the
Yeah,
little
that
ones.
would.
Yeah.
That definitely would.
I don't know how people do those because like I tried doing it and it was like, it was bad. I didn't like it. It hurt me. It hurt my feelings and my fingers.
Oh. Did it hurt your courage and your will to design? You
Yes.
can be an architect if you want to.
No.
We all believe in
Okay.
you.
I can't.
We do all believe in you and everyone else here. And on that note, you are watching GeekSpaceTV. If you are new here, we are a nonprofit broadcasting studio based in the Seattle area, working to promote and increase diversity and inclusion and representation within gaming and geek spaces. And today we are going to be playing Leviathan Distant Stars. It is using a homebrew version of the Stars Without Number system. It is our grandiose space opera. But before we jump into that, I do have some quick announcements for you. As a reminder, during August, we will not be having any shows on Friday. We still have Aloft on Monday and Leviathan on Wednesdays, but EPK is currently on break. We are going to be having on Saturday the 18th, we're going to be having a Streaminganza celebration. There will be some more information. We're going to be celebrating that we have been doing this for a whole year.
What?
1 whole year. It's our birthday.
What?
Wait, what is it called again? Because I actually don't know.
Streamaganza celebration.
That's what I called it, I guess is what it is.
That's the real name now.
And it may or may not, depending on timing, be connected to the launch for some crowdfunding campaign.
Streaminganza.
What's the crowdfunding thing? Because I've heard you say it's happening, but I don't know what it is.
We don't have
Crowdaganza.
all of the specifics on it, but we are crowdfunding both for equipment as well as for some new shows for season 2. Or year 2. So it's kind of trying something new, but we're getting it all together, so we don't have a lot of specifics because it hasn't happened yet.
Secret Scanza.
I mean, is it really a secret if
It's
like
not really
no
a
one
secret. It
No,
just
it's-
doesn't have like information. Like I don't have specifics, but it's not a secret.
It's in
if
the
that makes
planning
sense.
process.
No, guys, PR this. It's a secret that nobody knows yet.
Your
Okay.
left wrist is really gay today.
Thank you.
My
best
my
way.
right ankle is very gay right now.
Excellent.
And my left shoulder is also gay.
Excellent.
It's a little
Excellent.
gay.
I believe
So-
in making things as gay as possible.
I mean, we're all on board with this. Also, we have shirts from the giveaway that we were doing. I believe it was last month. They've been ordered, so as soon as those come in, I think our shipping,
They're actually on
our shipping in chief, our shipper in chief, is that
Shipmaster General.
Logistics.
It's pretty
I have a bunch of temporary
Master General. Be sure to emphasize the P in that word. The Shipmaster General will be getting those mailed out.
The Shitmaster General.
Gosh darn it, you ruined it! Maybe I should.
Let's not talk about my own
Once
job.
again, she gets teed up.
And lastly, if you're going to be at PAX, please let us know, PAX West specifically, as opposed to the other PAX. Let us know. Number of us are going to be on different panels. A lot of us will be there. We'd love to say hello. Maybe we'll even try and orchestrate some sort of meetup. We make no promises right now. I think that's pretty much everything from my Remind announcement standpoint. You can check out our Patreon if you'd like to support us in creating the content here, or you can directly tip. I already have advertisements from our sponsors to read out. So if you would like to directly support us, we do have a goal, I believe it is down below my face, that you can see for our weekly costs.
I don't
And
see
you can
it.
help us fundraise. Yeah, you see it right, it's right here.
Oh.
Yeah. Kate's
But-
voguing. And on that note, let's introduce our players and who they will be playing, and then I'll dive into previously on. You were very enthusiastic. Go.
Yeah, it's me, Jackie Dash, Jakidash. I play Kika, who's our space baddie engineer, and I fix problems. Sometimes the problem is the engine that was never working, and I didn't realize you needed all 4 of the turbines to make an effective vehicle. But now,
Details.
I've also learned I'm throwable. Because I'm
Definitely already knew that.
Season
You
1.
knew that.
Yeah, you've
I
been
think.
thrown.
That's-
You literally came up with a plan which hinged on you being thrown.
Okay, sorry.
You built a device to throw
Don't you remember? We fastball special
We
season
did.
1.
It was different than being dropped down the stairs.
Yeah, you were gonna make
that's
like a
true.
launcher for yourself.
You were kind of maybe forcibly thrown this time.
Yeah, what's the difference? Wait, so is there? Can we make a yum yum word for being thrown and then a yuck yuck word for being thrown?
Fastball special is yum yum.
Okay.
And
Sad Claudia.
included down the stairs is maybe yuck yuck.
Okay. That's who I am. That's what I play, and let's swing it on back to you.
Hi everybody. I'm Lizzie the Bold. You can find me on the Twitches and the Twitters at Lizzie the Bold, because that's my name, part of it anyway. Anyways, I'm a part-time streamer, full-time proud cat mom. Happy International Cat Day. And I am playing Ziana, the captain of the Batleth, which is our little ship on top of inside of our bigger Leviathan ship. And she is a six foot tall. I can't remember if I ever say 6 or 7 foot tall. Someone in chat will correct
7.
me.
7.
7 foot tall.
You're fucking 9 feet tall.
I'm fucking 20 feet tall.
Okay, no. 19 feet and 11 inches.
Until Tony Beeman shows up.
Then he'll be 20.
And she's a really tall, really strong red lizard lady who is a warrior and carries around a sword because she doesn't really know how to use guns and has no use for them anyways. And hopefully won't die this episode.
Excellent.
Moving on.
Who do we have over here?
I'm Blue Jay. You can find me at twitch.tv/BlueJay or on Twitter, BlueJay_712. I'm trying to learn Korean and I'm trying to write Leviathan phonetically, so that's
Nice.
I'm gonna get it.
Nice.
There's no V sound, so
Oh,
I'm using a
interesting.
B sound.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean,
That's-
V is kind of V, but in
Kind of what they
fricative
do
rather than
in
plosive.
Japanese
Yeah.
I
too.
figured
They
that
do.
would be the case.
You could
With
also
a
use
W
a
in it?
F sound.
The what?
potentially. Like F
Leviathan.
instead of V, because
Leviathan.
that's the
I could see an
non-voiced
F
version
or-
of it.
No,
Leviathan.
none of that either.
Oh, interesting. They don't have labial fricatives in Korean.
Wow.
Fun fact.
Look at you being.
I took
all
phonetics in
linguistic.
college,
I
and
did not.
sometimes it comes in handy.
I'm not surprised.
Who are you in the middle?
Hello, I am Sarah. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at ShellGame. And tonight I'm playing Thea Brone, who thoroughly enjoys identifying what other people possess that might be of value to other people, and then moving said item from them to her to other people, provided there is money in return.
I was just assuming other people was a synonym for Thea.
I mean, also that.
It's like a double negative.
Why do we have to limit this?
Yeah. And lastly, but certainly not leastly,
My name is Dan Pausens. I'm at Dan Pausens on Twitter. I will be playing Lieutenant Conrad Carls Jr., who is definitely the most serious of this bunch. He is a former ICA agent. That's the International College of Arithmetics. I forget what it stands for.
ICA, the Intragalactic Civilizations Alliance.
Okay, the G is silent.
Intergalactic is one word.
Okay.
Intergalactic
Like
Planetary.
intergalactic,
Yeah.
but intra because it's internal of the galaxy,
Planetary.
not between
Intergalactic.
galaxies.
Intragalactic kaleidoscopic. It's a K.
Civilizations Alliance.
Oh, C.
You thought it was kaleidoscope?
Oh, did you think it was IKA?
I
this
thought it
entire
was
time?
IKA. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Uh,
Totally fine.
yeah. So that's who I play. He's been through a lot, but he's all the better for it, I think.
And I am Random Tuesday. I will be your GM for this evening. So we'll just remind ourselves about what happened, because it's been a while. It's been a whole 2 weeks probably.
I don't
last
remember.
time on Leviathan Distant Stars. The crew of the Batleth has been working their way towards this goal that they're actually pretty close to. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I was supposed to announce, that this Leviathan is ending in 4 weeks. Surprise! Which is why they're really close to this goal. So anyway,
I didn't know this one.
Yes, you did.
we've literally. I'm teasing.
We can talk about it more at the break.
We'll talk. I'll talk about it
that
more
sounds
later.
like a good idea.
I think I kind of
But the crew have been trying to find a way to
might be
defeat
Leviathan.
this evil alien monstrous race called the Rays, which are hellbent on raising the galaxy and converting them into their own mindless, essentially, drones. Which are referred to as the Hollow. The Rays are these sort of large living ships, and they have come from this one sector of space and have been slowly trying to invade this the sector that our characters are from. And in order to prevent that from happening, they have teamed up with a non-Rays, a Leviathan, essentially what the Rays used to be, in order to head into this sector, go to this lab where this Leviathan was born, and gather whatever data they can, some sort of tool or weapon, in order to essentially stop the spread of the Rays and prevent their galaxy from being entirely consumed and subsumed by this evil alien race. So, they finally made their way to the lab. There was some hiding, there was some sneaking, there was some mistakes that were made, and many shenanigans ensued. But they eventually made their way to this lab. They have landed on the surface of the planet. The lab itself, from what you can see on its exterior, firstly, it's located on a moon orbiting a gas giant in a solar system that has no habitable planets, and a significant asteroid field, as well as some pretty significant amount of radiation preventing a lot of communication, but also making it difficult for Rays and Leviathan to stay in this sector for a long period of time. They landed on the surface. From what you can see on the exterior, a lot of it has been destroyed from aerial bombardment due to the Rays previously finding this lab, which resulted in Sarin, the Leviathan's very hurried escape. Most of the external structures have been destroyed, so that entire kind of first exterior level is largely non-existent anymore. There is no atmosphere. There's pretty low gravity because it is a moon orbiting a large gas giant. They made their way into the facility and then began working their way down a treacherous staircase. There were some creative solutions to climbing down the stairs. And I use the term climbing because walking was definitely not really an option. There was certain discovery of latent telekinetic abilities. There was some forcible hoisting down the stairs.
I was doing a great job.
And
you were doing a job.
she was doing a job.
You're doing great, sweetie.
She tried to dive bomb in zero atmosphere, is what I recall.
She did.
She thought about it.
She thought
I
about
definitely tried.
it. And they have now made their way to the bottom of the stairs, entered into this other room. And the crew of the Batleth have emerged into a space as their lights shine around the room. They've totally got the sci-fi shoulder lighting thing going on. It's like the video game light that just sort of automatically turns on and off. It's desperately convenient. None of this flashlight bullshit. Like, we've invented clips by the time we reach the future. You can clip lights to you. They enter into this room. From what they can see, their sensors indicate there is no power in this. Everything is dark. All they can see is what is illuminated by their lights, or in the case of Kika, you really aren't struggling. Like, Kika is completely fine in here, except for the lack of atmosphere, which probably puts her in a similar position to everyone else, because, there is some atmosphere, but not a sufficient amount to, easily transmit sound.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a mixed bag in terms of the impact of it. The room itself seems to have several sort of destroyed things in it. It's been spared a large amount of the brunt of the damage, as the aerial bombardment was significantly above them on the surface. Although you can see a section where the wall has collapsed in, there may have been some sort of door or set of corridors there that you clearly can't access.
Okay.
The room that you are currently in has essentially what you would think to be like a bank of sort of computers or monitors that could be interacted with that don't currently have any power. Other than that, you see kind of a slightly caved in hallway that's leading out into another room that may or may not go somewhere, and then a couple of other somewhat collapsed hallways leading off the room. A total of three. One that's completely caved in, and then 2 that are kind of partially collapsed.
Can I do a notice just to see if there might be like something in this room that would either direct me toward where I can get more information, get the information I'm looking for, or might happen to direct me past some sort of area where they would house precious objects.
Like, the fate of the universe hangs in the balance. You might die on this mission, but Thea is still dead set on looting.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Everyone who would like to, you can give me a notice and perception.
Multitasking.
Or notice and wisdom.
Multitasking is underrated.
For kind of looking around, unless there's something more specific that you want to look for in this
Do
room.
we get a penalty because it's dark and?
Don't ask that.
No, I'm not going to give you a penalty because you're going to take some time in this case. Like, this isn't like a quick glance around the room. This is like a sort of thorough investigation of what's going on, unless there's something specific you want to look at.
Rather than looking around the room, Ziana is going to head to one of the semi-collapsed areas and kind of try and survey whether or not it would be remain structurally sound if she were to move enough things out of the way to get us through it.
Okay. Same thing, notice and wisdom.
Either which
Thea. Notice and wisdom.
6.
Yeah, there's definitely probably something in here of value. You just haven't spent enough time looking for it.
Always a case.
The computers themselves, like, are probably the best source of information, but they have no power.
Okay.
Oh, we need to fix that.
11. And are you just kind of looking around the room, or is there something more specific you wanted to?
I'm always looking. Kika's mindset is always what needs to be fixed.
Okay. I think your instinct then would probably be to go to one of the computers and start like pulling at it and seeing what you can get.
I'm gonna like kind of fall off. I'm gonna like climb off your side, kind of do a little hop onto the computer terminal. Probably push one of the computers aside. Like,
Just like,
that one was broken.
Just
No,
trying
it's
not to think about the last time she went rummaging around in Ray's technology.
And I'm just gonna start
Fair enough,
shuffling.
this isn't Ray's technology. This is directly Promethean.
Yeah.
It
I'm
looks
s-
very different. None of
Is
this
it-
looks organic.
aren't the rays Promethean technology?
Maybe.
So, all right. So then I just amend my statement. It's a difference in that distinction.
I mean, they've adapted. From what you can tell, Kika, this none of the terminals here have power. Whatever was getting power to them is pretty significantly damaged. You think there's 2 things. One, you might be able to restore power to like an individual machine, and
Right.
any information that is stored on it you could potentially pull off, but you'd need to create some sort of battery, in essence. Your other option, you think a couple of them may still be connected to some sort of power grid within the facility, but your kind of observation of this room suggests that wherever that generator is, it is not in this room.
I'm gonna follow the cables until I can find approximately what direction it is, but I'm not gonna leave the room yet.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Anything specific you're looking for?
I'm doing like a security sweep of the room, Ica style. So, yeah.
What, describe to me, what does an Ica-style security sweep look like?
It looks very self-important. He's like got his rifle ready to go.
How's that
and it's
different
like
from
very
normal?
well. I didn't say it was different from
Okay.
normal.
Just checking.
Everything he does is Ica style, but it's like sort of very formulaic, going to like all the entrances and exits, looking for any like risk in terms of ingress or egress, and all then just sort of expanding out from there to all of the structural components of the room, basically, and just getting a sense for.
Okay. And you had a 10 or 11? 10. Perfect. So with a success, as you do your Iga-style sweep of the room, the first thing that you would notice, there are no current threats in the room other than the ones you evaluate from your comrades, which...
So Kika.
Kika, maybe Thea.
Maybe Thea. Right.
So the standard sort of potential risk. None of them look particularly significant, but there's nothing in this room that's actively jumping out at you. You don't see technology or any enemies. There are the two semi-collapsed doorways that you could potentially get through. Kind of looking through them, you don't see anything down there. You don't hear anything that would indicate there's something else alive in this section. What you do notice is that there is some evidence that something has been here relatively recently. When you look around, like there's pretty clearly like a layer of dust and debris that has collected on surfaces, but you're able to make out places where it has been disturbed and potentially even discern something that looks a little bit like tracks. What you do notice is that they were here, and then you can't quite figure out exactly what they did, but they probably swept the room and then they left.
So I'll meet everyone. I think there's been a disturbance in the Force here not too long ago.
The Force?
Yeah, the Force. It's it's an acronym that we.
What does the
like
Force stand for?
Flocks of crew. Oh no, wait. Flocks of reconnaissance crews exploring. I couldn't spell for a moment there.
It's okay.
So we should just be on the lookout and on our guard for that.
Oh, I didn't. You guys have so many acronyms.
Well, they're all in the Lorna. The list of really necessary acronyms.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Do you keep that with you all the time, or do you just memorize it and then you're good?
Well, it's mostly memorized, but we do have the reference available should we need it.
Mostly, Conrad? Jeez.
Well, it's constantly changing and updating.
Yeah? I can see how that would be tough to keep up with.
Ziana is ignoring the flirting.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, no.
Is that what that is? Ziana, when you
Probably
what was your total?
9.
9. From what you can tell, you would probably be able to clear away the rubble. In fact, you probably figure that out by like starting to move things and then maybe hesitate for a moment and think like maybe this could collapse if I just keep going, but it hasn't yet, so it's probably fine. And that's where like slightly under passing is. Yeah, as far as you can tell, you should be able to clear it. It might just take a little bit of time.
I got a 2.
Yeah. Thea is probably trying to pickpocket from you or something.
I figured it doesn't matter what I was trying to do. I'm not doing it. So
Yeah.
What could you not do so well?
I was probably trying to do the similar thing to what Conrad was doing. Was
I
basically
think
like
your flashlight
wherever
just like is turning off and like blinking, and like you end up having to just spend the entire time like trying to switch out the batteries and like put it back in.
Batteries!
Okay.
Batteries!
Right. So,
Batteries! And
Kiko, who's doing what now with this information?
batteries! And Kika takes off hers and just like, suit. And like just takes out her tool and stabs until she breaks the flashlight and then has 2 batteries. I can start a computer.
Kika. No, honey, no.
Batteries!
Computers totally run off of 2 like double
Double
A
A's.
batteries.
These were space batteries, and this is a space
True.
computer.
Batteries.
Who do you think I am?
No.
They clearly run off like watch batteries.
Yeah,
you know? This
If
is
you
just
had a
overkill.
powered rifle, you might be able to use the rifle battery, but
Oh.
I'm not giving up my
I was
gun.
like, the last time I asked for it, you were like, absolutely not.
Yes, same answer.
I'm gonna say that it's not quite. That's not quite enough. Power.
checking
And
the
I will
rule
also
book.
say, I'm looking at like the type of power cells that there are, and there's type A and type B, which is like the actual power cells that weapons use. Flashlight batteries are insufficient to run a computer.
I want to point out that
Because these are like probably high efficiency like LED like tiny battery flashlights.
and like,
That being said, you could potentially figure out a different way of constructing a battery.
Find a
Have
lemon.
a potato.
I'm gonna put
We
my
had the same idea.
We can
Is there-
GLaDOS it.
Is there like some sort of wires that run from the battery out into one of the halls?
We're not supposed
from
to
the
leave the
computer?
room. Thea, we're not supposed to leave the room.
Okay,
Wait.
first off, since when have I ever done what I was supposed to do?
Since we've
And
been in a
secondly-
murder lab.
Okay,
Remind me
accurate,
why we're
but
not leaving the room. I forgot.
Because we can't.
You can go back the way you came, or you can clear a path.
one of
It's a
the-
free country.
P.S. is what Ziana is doing right now.
I'm gonna just roll me a die and tell me if it's even or odd.
Any die?
Any
I
die.
got 3
It's
ones.
a 50-50. There's two
Oh.
doors. I'm literally just seeing which door you're going
Odd.
for. Odd. Okay. Okay. Cool.
The path that's collapsed in, like how badly collapsed in is it? Like is that
Real bad.
Yeah.
Like in a video game, it's an inaccessible area.
it's background art? Okay. That's
Whatever.
Good to
Ziana does not bow to
No,
background art.
You are specifically doing ones that can. Like this is like a whole.
yeah. I was
section
I was
that's
asking about
collapsed.
the part that's actually
No, you are not dealing with background art. You're like the place where you'd put like the bomb in Zelda and it would
and
pop.
how collapsed the two that may be accessible. How obstructed are they in terms of?
Like by squeezing, Kika might be able to fit through.
Would my drone fit through?
Yeah, your drone is smaller than Kika.
So while
You might need to clear a little bit of rubble, but yeah.
while Ziana is working on the one accessible passageway, I'll send my drone. What did I call it again?
Drunken Dronettes.
Dronettes.
Drunken Drone. What a great name.
Sorry, Dunkin' Dronettes.
Good job, Dan.
I appreciate you, Dan.
Yeah, Duncan
Dunkin' Dronettes.
Dunkin' Dronettes.
Dunkin' Dronettes. I'm gonna send Dunkin' Dronettes down the other one,
Okay.
just to see what it can find.
It goes pretty quickly, and you're able to read the information. This is where you see what would appear to be an elevator shaft.
Can I send it up the elevator shaft?
It
Or?
also goes down.
Ooh, can I send it down the elevator shaft?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
All right, I'll send it down the elevator shaft.
Okay.
Slowly and stealthily.
All right.
It is actually a stealth
It is
drone.
a stealth
so-
drone. It is, however, going to use your. I mean, if you want
It
to
does-
send it up quickly first, it would. I can give you the piece of information that it puts into the room that you saw the elevator shaft.
Okay.
In. It leads to that location. You can send it down, which gives me a minute where I need to find where this connects.
Is there a display that you're looking at, or is this all in your brain?
It's on I've got one of those RC cars.
No,
Like
it's
remote
like
controls.
it's like IQ in Rainbow Six Siege where you have like a phone.
Yeah,
So
it's.
that you can see like
I mean,
where,
like-
what it can see?
I like to imagine it more like one of those controls from the '80s, where it's like the two levers. and
Oh, like
the-
technology went
yeah.
backwards?
Yeah.
But you can totally see what it can see
Yes.
in like a screen. Okay.
Yes, it's on a screen.
Thea's gonna be peering over your shoulder,
Okay.
just watching.
I'm not trying to hide it or anything like that.
Yeah.
She's not trying, like, she's just trying to see what's going on with the drone. Get, scout out what's happening
Thea.
forward.
It like slowly just starts like running her fingers along your ankle.
Oh, okay. I'm watching the drone.
I need. Yeah. I have these two broken batteries now. I don't know how they broke.
You don't know how they. Kika, you broke these.
Okay. Well, good.
Okay.
I need you to find and break apart a lot of these computers because there's important metals in them that we could then use to create a chemical reaction to make a battery.
But then how do we get the info off the computers if they're broken down into nothing?
You just take the
Don't-
hard
We
drives
just
and go
need
Not
back to
important.
ship.
We just need one to work. Just one. So let's destroy 8 of them.
No. If the information were on the computers and you destroy it, then this is all for naught.
Kika, if you need power, when I bring my drone back, I can take the power cell from it.
You would give me a power cell?
Thea pockets the batteries.
You would give me a power cell?
Thea.
I mean,
Take her flashlight batteries.
I
she's
mean,
gonna sell it for 2 guck.
she is gonna Thea.
Give me
Slightly
a cell for
I-
your laser gun.
No.
No, I swear. I've done it
Okay.
before. It was
No, but
1.5 tritium years ago.
That's
How
not
old
correct.
are you?
30-something?
Oh, you mean, I thought you meant that I gave you one 1.5.
No, that
we
was a
didn't know
long
each other.
time ago. We had to get out as quickly as we could.
Uh-huh.
We were in this bad deal gone wrong.
I'm
bad,
listening.
Bad
I'm
deal.
piloting the drone,
Yeah.
but I'm listening.
Terrible deal.
Uh-huh.
See, when you kidnap people...
Whoa.
Don't
What?
be
The
surprised.
The ship,
First,
the ship.
yeah.
Yeah, fun. Plus, didn't you work for slavers for a couple months?
Yep.
I didn't
Who worked for
work
slavers?
them. I was a prisoner.
I mean,
Anyway.
We're getting very distracted
So,
from the topic at
We
hand.
really are.
Ziana is clearing a path.
Moral of the story is,
pretty successfully.
we used a bunch of we put all the guns together. We kind of broke the guns because what are we gonna do against Goliaths? And we opened the door with enough energy. So giddy.
I'm going to find what used to power these computers and turn it on. And I go turn toward where Ziana is, and I'm just like,
Help her start moving things. You
Yeah.
can totally use telekinesis for this.
awesome.
That works pretty effectively. You start moving rocks with your mind.
Super effective.
It's like I move some with my hand and then like get into the groove where it's just like you're doing the same movement over and over again. And now instead of doing one, like it's two of the same, like from the same spot, and I see it, and I'm just like,
They're, like,
not thinking,
mirroring
I'm not,
each other.
I'm not thinking about it. I'm just, it's fine. Everything's fine.
As you send the drone, it kind of descends down a much shorter distance than you went when you went down the stairwell. You could, as from what you can tell, this lab basically had a section on the surface and then skipped a bunch of ground and then was like, and now we're burying deep. So you're kind of getting into the depths of this location. So it probably goes down maybe 3 stories rather than the 6 that you moved down previously, and just sort of slowly descends down this very dark elevator shaft. I think your drone probably has some sort of night vision equipment, some way of seeing without
Yeah,
having a
it's-
light on.
It's got, I'm looking it up here. It's got, except this is a different version of the book, but it's got, it's basically an observation suite. That's what it is.
Okay.
So it's got UV and IR,
Perfect.
remote sound sensors, radiation chemical detectors.
Perfect. So as it goes down, it is, however, using your ability to understand it. So in this case, I think it'd be program and wisdom to
Okay.
utilize the drone's sensor suite in order to interpret that information. I would also take program and intelligence, whichever is higher.
They are both 0.
Are they negative?
No. But they are 0.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
in this
that's,
game, 0 is pretty good.
I got a 10.
Hey.
Okay. With a 10, the drone sort of descends down, and you can see like part of the kind of elevator door is like shifted open, but it clearly hasn't opened all of the way. At this point, you haven't seen the actual elevator. You have no idea where that has gone. It may very well have just been destroyed, but clearly when a state of emergency was issued, like people stopped using elevators because that's what you're supposed to do in an emergency.
Even in the
You
future.
sort of peek the drone through this kind of half-open elevator, and it looks sort of into a room. It doesn't quite have full sight as it's going a little bit down a corridor, but you can see into this room. And this one has some sort of... I don't remember if you ever saw the pod room on the Rays. I don't think you did.
No, I'm the only one who
No, I
did.
think you're the only one who did. So in this room,
oh no, wait.
from what you can tell, they're large structures. They are definitely not the size of a person, and there's 3 of them in the room, and there are these kind of almost dome-like sort of pod structures that maybe once were lit up, but everything in here is really dark. So you're seeing all of this with kind of infrared, or actually this would be like whatever night vision uses. I don't actually know what spectrum of light like night vision goggles use, but it would be the equivalent of that.
Is it UV? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
know.
The good thing is the drone
Look
has
it up,
both
chat.
UV and IR,
Yeah.
so
So this is probably
I think it's IR, but
So what you can't quite make out all of them, but you can see kind of the edges of a few of these structures, or sort of pieces of equipment. There's very clearly sort of similar to the room that you just came from, kind of maybe computer-like things. There is no power in here, but you do see movement, and this is definitely going to be picked up on the infrared. There are you can't get an exact number, but you think there are at least somewhere between 3 and 5 things in that room. And the shape of a couple of them are definitely familiar to you.
Everyone come have a look at this.
I think Thea, as soon as she sees it, will just swear and be like,
Is it familiar to me?
You've seen some of the rays, yes? You've probably seen footage of them a little bit.
I guess. Whatever they would have
It'd
showed
be
me.
slightly less familiar to you.
But these are just the pods.
No, you wouldn't. The ponds, like, there's a sense of, like, okay, there's maybe something familiar about them, but they're way bigger than you would think.
oh, this set is different than, because I think I was
Yeah.
in the same room.
Yeah, I think you were, because I
Might
think
have
you
been.
went in and helped wake them up.
So,
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
so then Ziana would vaguely recognize?
Yeah, there's. You would interpret them as some sort of thing that a thing might be inside of. Like, I know that's super
Okay.
specific, but it's like, it
I
is
mean-
bigger than you would anticipate.
My
But you would
people
recognize the shapes.
Gestate machines, so yeah. Sure, yes.
Yeah, actually, yes. That is probably the closest you would be like, oh, that's like an artificial womb.
Yeah.
So my
But
drone
huge.
has.
Yes.
That's great.
Wait, like the.
Oh,
Wait, did you
like
go-
ships?
Like Seren would have grown
Did
in.
you go down?
Yeah.
Yes.
We weren't supposed to go down. This is Claudia talking. This is like down was supposed to be the bad stuff. Remember how we talked about the 3 floors?
Did you just say this is Claudia or
This is Claudia.
Olga?
This is Claudia.
Oh.
Floor 2 was the basement 2 was the did on Sarin.
really
Basement
sorry,
1 was
Dan.
where we started, and then basement 3 was the unknown that we
No,
definitely weren't
you are
sure.
currently in basement 1, and
Yeah.
he just sent a drone down into basement 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dan,
Oh,
as
no.
Conrad is watching this, I'm really sorry I rolled boxcars. I was gonna get you to see how stealthy you were gonna be.
Yeah.
You can roll. Maybe you'll get boxcars.
All right. What am I?
no
is
press.
it?
This is program and intelligence to pilot your drone stealthily. No, this is Conrad doing it.
I got this, guys.
But
Don't
did you
worry.
add something
I
to
believe in
program
you.
because you're rolling 3 dice?
Dan,
I'm a specialist in program.
Oh,
we
win.
believe in you.
Yeah.
Let's spirit fingers.
Believe hard.
Spirit fingers.
I'm trying to.
Know the rest of us.
Okay, here we go.
No.
Nope.
If you fail, it's because Blue Jay didn't do spirit.
I did get snake eyes though.
You did get snake eyes, even better.
Are you serious?
I guess I'm just
Damn,
really
Blue
bad
Jay.
luck today.
No more blue M&Ms. Like,
No, this is happening because I don't have blue eyes.
This is the revenge. We need to.
It was a lie. and we
As you are
lost.
watching this, you can't quite see like fronts and backs because it's that kind of infrared sort of like there's a shape and it's moving, so you know something's there. And you see kind of this sudden movement, and then there was a flash of like bright light on the screen, like intense infrared, and a shot hits Drunken Drones.
Is it down or is it?
How much damage can it take?
It's let's see. So its AC is 15, and its HP is 1.
Okay. I'm gonna roll as an actual attack. They're firing at it. They may not actually hit it. They don't hit it.
What?
The shot goes wide, and like the flash, and then the screen comes back again, and you see the things are starting to move closer.
The moment that happens, I pilot it the hell out of there, and
No. No.
no,
No.
Back toward us?
I'll send it. No, better yet, I'll send it all the way up the shaft and out onto the surface.
Away
Where the
from our
ship
ship?
is? That's great.
No, I'll send it in the other direction.
I would just explode it. Can you? Does it have a self-destruct?
It
You
does
should
not have a
self-destruct
self-destruct.
it.
Okay.
I mean, I can physically self-destruct it, like.
Yeah.
Well,
like wiring
maybe
it
they can't.
manually?
Maybe they can't follow up the shaft. Maybe they can't follow up the elevator shaft.
Either way, we're not going to go down the elevator shaft.
Do you want me to self-destruct?
We can't
Wasn't
even get
that-
through that
Sorry,
section.
yeah, that section
you
was.
begin piloting just
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
It's just going up.
That section
Yeah.
was only large enough for the drone.
And I'm actually going to have it hovered like at the top of the elevator shaft, and see if they are follow it up and out.
You can't see any movement yet. Like you if you send it all the way up to the top floor,
Oh, correct.
like you're bolting up. So what's going to happen essentially is you just get farther and farther away, and like you're looking down 10 stories at this point down an elevator shaft.
That's fine. I just
gonna
want
leave
to
it
see if
there.
they can get vertical the way I do. Or,
You don't see anything yet on the drone.
All right. I'm gonna hang it out there for like a good 5-10 minutes,
Okay.
and then I'll return it back to us if I get the sense that it's
We'll
not
come
being
back
pursued.
to
Are
what
we-
you see on this, or what are you going to do during this 5-10 minutes?
We're
Oh,
moving the
we're
things
moving-
out of the
We're moving
hallway.
out of this room.
We're trying to, at least.
Those of you who are working on moving the debris, go ahead and just give me in your case, you can do telekinesis, strength, and exert.
I think Thea would do it too.
It'd probably be
So wisdom?
telekinesis and wisdom. Yeah.
But I think strength and exert are a good set of things for her to roll against because I deserve the penalties. She's not gonna do
10.
a very good job.
10. Okay.
Wow. Did you
11.
get boxcars?
11.
No, those are the other way.
Those
Yeah.
are snake eyes.
She got snake eyes too.
Thea, you
2.
drop a rock on your foot.
Ah,
Son of
It
a
hurts.
and like
You take
the
1
rest
point of
her
damage.
minute- Oh, son of a bitch.
you do that and like, but wait, there's no atmosphere, so the sound won't carry. Okay.
And it lands on
light.
the ground
Oh.
and it vibrates a little bit on
Right,
the
but
floor.
her
Oh yeah.
saying.
Her
her-
saying just comes over your radio.
Yeah. Okay.
I got 10.
10. With a 10 and 11 for movement, it probably takes you maybe from when you started, and you started before
I'm
he set the
flexing my
drone down.
brain.
Somewhere between 5 and
Brain
probably about
flex.
5 minutes
Ah.
to clear all of this. Like
Okay. How many? 4 or
relatively
5?
fast.
Sorry.
Yeah, about 5 minutes. As you are watching Conrad, yes.
So once we've cleared up enough space, though, for her to do so, Ziana would Kika, can you just crawl in and scout ahead? Don't actually go very far, just beyond the debris. Just
As
let us
you're
know what's
starting
on
to
the other
clear?
side.
Like
Yeah.
Kika had just
Once there's
flipped-
enough space.
have to work out.
Kika had changed gears and had just flipped over a computer and was like taking out all the screws carefully to get up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting?
I thought we were. Skull.
Thea's gonna try and like. I'll try to like.
No. Thea, can
Okay.
Action.
Thea, you just kind of
Like-
squeeze through as like Ziana moves a big rock out of the way for you. We're gonna come back to you, but you're gonna need to roll
We're not splitting the party.
either program and intelligence or notice and wisdom on seeing what the drone sees.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Goodness.
Pick my poison.
I've rolled a
Kika,
meter. I'm a small creature.
You're a small creature. You're the equivalent of a halfling. Like you can squeeze through small spaces. You scurry your way through, and on the other side you see another room first that looks pretty similar to this, but there is another hallway that appears to be unblocked.
Oh.
This one's a little bit smaller. There's a couple more banks of computers in here.
So I'm a little confused. I'm just at the top, right? Like peeking through.
Where are you
Or
trying to
did-
look at?
She was basically trying to follow Kika.
Okay, so there's the two doorways. There's the small one that the drone went through into the elevator shaft, and then Kika went through the other one, the one that you guys were clearing out. You can probably just see Kika, especially because she's got a light on her, so you can kind of follow her, and it looks like she's gone into another room. And it's like right next door, and then you can't see anything beyond that really. Like you just kind of see this like slightly bobbing light. Kika, where are you gonna go?
So there's computers in here?
Yep, there's a couple more. They're also not.
Can
on.
I listen for the hum of electricity in these computer banks? Like, are we closer to like the source?
You can certainly listen for where electricity might be coming from.
I'm just wondering if these computers at one point had electricity.
Mhm.
So I'm wondering if there is like a small like rumble somewhere of like this is the thing that will eventually put out the electricity, like a generator that's in like.
You're trying to listen to see if
sleep
there's a
mode.
generator that is on in some capacity.
In sleep mode, yeah.
Give me a roll.
How
Give me a notice and wisdom on this one.
How long has this place been abandoned? Do we know?
Like a couple charity
Centuries.
injuries. A couple.
So unlikely.
10.
There is no generator that is on this level. Like you like press your ear to the ground and there is silence, like a sort of almost deathly silence of that is kind of alarming how little there is here. The only thing you can hear is like the footfalls of people in the room next door.
Kika, do you see anything?
It's just the same thing that we just were in. It's clear. There's no. Well, let me check.
Like the same sort of thing. Like you can follow wiring if you wanted to try and follow it.
I'm waiting for the team because while
All right.
I would be so good at making a generator, I know I worry the team. So
All right.
I'll start
Aw.
shuffling back.
Both of you, come back.
Oh, she didn't go through.
I've just been like peeking through the
I
thing
thought
this whole
maybe
time, like
okay.
Conrad.
10.
Okay.
We're not splitting the party. Stop putting that
Oh.
evil on us.
We've done a bit
More
of that.
boxcars.
No, I got an 11. Just on my base roll. These dice are doing well for me.
Can you and Blue
Can I
Jay
have
switch
those?
dice?
You don't notice this.
You can't.
Actually, if anyone else in the room currently, so not Kika, wants
I
to
will.
roll notice and wisdom.
Is it okay even if we're like doing the moving?
On the other
Everyone
side
who's
of
doing
the-
something have a -2.
Oh man,
No
my
conceivable
rolls
way, but
tonight
sure,
are
I'll try.
not great either.
Someone please
-2 you
get
said for
this.
notice and wisdom?
Dunkin' Donuts depends on you.
I got 7.
That one didn't land.
6. I would like to point out at this time I cannot be sneak attacked.
That's a very reasonable thing to point out.
I got a 9.
A 9. You think you hear something.
Wait,
You think, but you don't. You're not certain.
Wait,
it could
wait.
just be Kika.
Sienna.
What?
And Kika says something and like over the comms, not the like mental, but like over comms. I'm like, Kika, shh. I think. And if I like stop working, can I like take the +2 back, or do you want me to roll again? Or
As everybody, like, if everybody stops and kind of drops and goes completely silent, because you're specifically looking through Drunken Donuts, which is now like 6 stories above you.
Well, and I'm also piloting it, so
And
I
you're
can't
also
be
piloting it.
focusing. On
Do you want to
something
move
else.
it at all, or do you want to leave him up there? Leave it up
If it's
there.
been
I don't know what gender pronoun would you like me to use for your drone?
I think it's a they.
They. Okay. Would you like to leave them up there?
I think after like
Rachel has just told everyone to go silent.
I would like perch it somewhere so that it's completely inanimate and not
Okay,
like
you find
making
a
any
ledge
noises.
for it.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to, as you all go completely silent, there is sort of this kind of scratching sound that moves, and you hear it echoing, and it's very quiet because there is very little atmosphere, and it's almost like you can feel the sort of the vibration more than you can hear it. That is very close to where he sent the drone in.
So it's coming from that collapsed
The other
elevator
hall-
shaft.
From the elevator shaft.
You handle this. And Ziana is going to go back towards the elevator shaft. What can I conceivably move that's big and heavy?
the rocks we were just moving. Just
I mean,
cover the
there
rest
is
of the way.
there is a sort of rubble in the way. You could just try and push it in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Strength.
Where's
and
your
exert.
drone?
It's
It's
up.
up.
Okay. Strength and exert?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't believe you thought about this drone at a time like this. I exist. Protect me.
See, I got the little level this note by exert.
Oh no.
6, 7, 8.
You sort of give a solid slam into pile, but they're wedged in there. Like this is sort of rubble, and a few of them go skittering back, and that's when you hear like there's another scratching noise, and it seems to be backing up.
Good.
So
try
on the basically they're right on the other side of the rubble, whatever's there.
Something's
From
there.
the sound
yeah.
of it, anyway.
Just while like after she pushes, is it like because there was a hole large enough for the drone to get through?
Mhm.
Is there a way to close that too?
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially what I like
You're trying to kinda
originally
close
was.
it up?
I'm just trying to slow them down as much as possible.
Yeah, you can start
we were just
piling some,
I'll
some of the stuff that you
rocks
moved
that
and
we
kind of close it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna pilot Dunkin' Donuts back down to that level and peer down.
As you
the-
move closer, and I'm going to keep that same roll. Once you get within a couple of stories, like instead of 60 meters or like
Yeah.
however many meters you get close enough, you can see before you kind of enter its line of sight, there is clearly a hollow crawler One of those like ones with the very long claws, and it's just like dug them into the concrete on the wall and climbed up that elevator shaft, and it's peering out into the room that everybody is in.
Where you can get.
Or it was like looking through that gap, but it is backed up and it's kind of in the shaft, and it seems to be working its way back down.
But it hasn't seen my drone.
But it saw us though.
It knows we're here.
I wanna
At least knows you moved that
Yeah.
thing. Something did.
fire drugs at it.
Okay.
Wow.
Roll an attack.
Yeah, Dan.
No, Dan.
Maybe
The
drugs
drugs
will cure it. I'm pretty sure there's a
Forgot this
movie
is
one.
like his healing drone.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Aw.
What's
Do we
the total?
need the boo box?
It doesn't really
We
matter.
might. We
I
might.
rolled.
You
I
should
rolled a
maybe just
6,
prep it.
so
How much do you add?
I think I use my shoot.
You should use your shoot for this. Like I'm just saying, they only have.
6,
you add a
7,
total of 6 is what I'm saying.
I guess with my attack bonus it'd be 12.
I think this attacker wins. Yeah, you hit.
Oh jeez. Okay, now
have very low
I gotta
AC.
look up the drugs. Just to figure
Yeah,
out what it
wait,
was like.
which drugs are they?
Aren't there some drugs that actually kill you? Like, just use those.
There's.
I mean, I don't
I
think
think
the
there's-
drone just has all of
I think
the
there's
drugs
one that just
on
like
it.
knocks them out, and that's what I want to use.
Just combine 2 drugs.
like a
I'm
drug
pretty sure the
drone.
consequences
Like, how
will be-
many drugs does this drone have?
It's got 12
future.
doses on it.
I don't.
It's a hypo spray
drugs.
where you just like program what it's supposed to be, and then it is that. It's basically
Yeah.
got a
It's,
replicator
like, producing
right inside
inside
it.
Synthesizes the
hypo
drugs for you.
spray.
Listen, if Lauren says it, then it could be true because I would like
No,
that.
that's not what it does.
It's definitely not.
No, you just
I thought you
said
had
the
installed, like,
dosage
Lift
and
in
what it
this.
is, and then you just
Yeah,
like,
there's lift and there's.
Please
I
don't
mean,
give
it
it
like
life.
it.
I gave it
creates
a
itself.
couple drugs, but I
yeah, it
don't
replicates
have
itself.
them written
Yeah.
right.
It's up to you to remember what those drugs are.
I know. Hang on. Okay, I found the pharmaceutical.
It's
Okay.
a drug called sleep.
Oh yeah, we
We
did
did
that
make,
one
we
up.
did make a new
Does,
one up.
surprisingly
Called
enough.
Hush.
I think it was Hush.
Hush is a good name.
Oh yeah.
No, Hush is the one I made
Hush
up.
is
so
the
you
one that we
probably
were
didn't put it
supposed to
in there.
use on the.
We did use.
Well,
we
Hush
did
is
use.
Hush is in the book. It's
Thanks to.
Oh, maybe it was Quiet. I think it's the one we made. Up.
Quiet.
We
yeah.
definitely made a drug.
We did.
I've never
Yeah.
made a drug in my life. That
There's-
would be
Broken
illegal.
bad this shit.
It's definitely Hush.
Okay.
Which basically it's like a heavy neurotranquilizer.
Okay.
It would leave
It's
them
a tranquilizer.
susceptible to commands, but obviously that's not happening.
Is there a wiki entry for Dunkin' Donuts? Because we could look at that.
That would be awesome.
It's my old character sheet that has all the details. on it.
Okay.
I don't have them on this one, but
All right. You lodge this dart into it, and it kind of hangs for a moment on the wall, and then you just see it fall as it collapses, and appears to just fall down the elevator shaft.
I return Dunkin' Donuts back to.
Unfortunately, by the time you're doing that, they have blocked the entrance.
We definitely have.
All right. I gently put Dunkin'
They?
Donuts down.
We were working to block
The
that.
singular they?
No,
or?
No, they
I was
as in
helping-
Ziana and
Oh,
Rachel
yeah.
have
Okay,
reblocked
never
it.
mind.
As soon as
Sorry.
we like knew that thing was there, I was
Right.
trying to help you block it.
Yeah, no. For a second, I just panicked that there were now a swarm of hollow.
No, not yet.
Came back in.
Oh, hey, there is a
So
section
I
about
put Dunkin' Donuts back
Donuts.
down, and can I like configure it to like send me an alert if it sees any more movement
Yeah,
in that
totally.
hall? So that's what I'll do. I'll just
Okay.
like leave it on guard.
You set it on guard.
Do
That's
we,
handy.
do we hear more scuttling?
Hopefully.
You hear no more scuttling.
We really know more? There's no more? We did it!
Right,
Okay.
you injected Kiko with Mountain Dew! Oh, this wiki is so good!
Wait, what?
That doesn't sound like
You
something
said
I
it was
would
5
do.
minutes, so we're done clearing the
You
hallway
are
enough to
definitely
get
done clearing the
through.
hallway.
Okay,
So
Do you all go through after Kika?
we're good.
I got my gun
Yes.
and my flashlight, and I'm doing the.
Even though we all have the
I have to. I have
you got to. You got to.
It's your brand.
It's my brand.
You scope the rest of that room, and it looks kind of just like an extension of the one that you're in, and then you find a small hallway that eventually leads into a stairwell.
Oh,
Is this an up down stairway or just down?
Just down.
Just down.
why would they build a one-directional staircase?
I don't
It's a
think that's
slide.
what she meant.
I think.
Partially, you look up, and it may have once been an up-down stairwell. It is not.
Oh, the like up parts got like rubble and stuff.
All right.
as a lot of what was above was destroyed.
Okay.
Oh, so I can't walk on the ceiling down this staircase.
You weren't walking on the ceiling. You were walking like perpendicular on the wall.
Yeah, no, I was before. So we've returned to the. Okay, never mind.
It's a new stairwell.
It is a new stairwell.
New stairwell.
But it is the same style where I
yeah.
couldn't like walk along the ceiling down the stairwell.
No.
Okay.
It's sort of a
Okay,
spiral.
so
Ziana's gonna go down the stairwell first, sword drawn.
Okay.
and this is the only real direction to go out of that room, right? There wasn't.
Unless you go down the elevator or back where you came from.
Okay,
Why are we going downstairs?
we need
I'm pretty
to.
sure
we
that's
need to
where
find the power.
Well,
We gotta get to level 2.
do we? If we just need a power cell, look, you can take the one from my thermal pistol.
No,
That's not. There's clearly. They've been alerted to our presence. If we can get the information that we need out from here, we should do that.
We don't know that we can.
Kika, can you? If you have a power cell, can you get the information?
They are
we
on
need?
the other side of that door. At least if we move forward as quietly as possible, they won't know exactly where we are anymore.
we were told that the best data is going to be on the floor in which the scientists conducted research, which is basement 2.
All right.
If we're going to be here, we got to make sure we get the right stuff.
Something's happened.
No argument
And
here.
now that I've seen them, I think you're going to need your battery. Which is fine, because I have more. And just takes out like 16
You've
double
just
A.
been like getting all of the power supply units out of the.
Anytime there's been something that has had a little bit of energy, I've been
Okay.
like, mine.
Okay.
Well, to be clear, I wasn't offering you. It was just from my sidearm, not my rifle. So,
What?
never mind. Let's just keep going.
You have a new rifle?
I always have a rifle.
Looks good.
Thank you.
Don't.
You make your way down this flight of stairs. This one is much less destroyed. There's a couple of like somewhat treacherous things, but with a little bit of like careful going, you're able to navigate it. You definitely don't need to like be overly cautious this time. As you make your way down, you sort of get to the bottom of the staircase. I assume Ziana's going first. And sort of scoping out as you head forward. There's kind of a curving hallway. You think you can see like smaller sections that may have once been things coming off of this room, but they've since been destroyed or damaged in some capacity. And there's kind of really only one way to go down this hallway. Give me a wisdom and notice as you are moving down the hallway.
Why do you keep making me roll these things?
You're
I
the
don't
ones
have?
you're the one who went first.
I know. Ooh, boxcars!
Excellent. That's why I make you go first.
Thank
but also
you.
because you put yourself in that position.
I do, yeah, no, I mean, I'm the meat shield. That's alright, I'm going first.
The unobservant meat shield. That's exactly what
Okay,
you want.
but she can't be surprise attacked.
She can't be. That is actually a handy feature. As you kind of work your way quietly down the hallway, you see movement up ahead in that sense of when you see light like moving across a space. There's sort of like shadows kind of going in and out. There's obviously something in that room.
Is that the only direction we get to go?
Yep.
Right?
You don't like
So Ziana stops and holds up a hand.
Maybe.
And uses the telepathy that we all now share.
Ah,
Sorry, Rachel.
it's okay. It's
Uses
okay.
the telepathy to say, there's something in the room ahead. Moving.
Oh wait, I never unengaged it, so Thea's still invisible. So she's gonna be like.
Have you been
No.
invisible? No. At some point you.
It would have had to
stopped.
drop. Okay, so she
No, I
probably.
think it's just anytime you try and interact with people, you
Then I drop it.
probably yeah.
Okay,
We
so
wouldn't be able to like interact with you normally if we couldn't see.
that's
Look at you.
true. That's true. Okay, so she re-engages it now. Then.
Okay.
Anyone who's looking at her, she's just gone.
Am I
Freaks
on
me
your
out.
shoulders or was that on someone else's shoulders?
Did you want to be on my shoulders?
You're the boss of whose shoulders you're
yeah.
on.
Most of the time.
Whatever you.
Hey.
I think I would be on yours and then suddenly I get sick
Okay.
again and it's like,
It's all right. Okay, Kika.
I'll go check it out.
No.
Why?
Oh. Where did you Okay, sure.
She's been doing it lately.
Be careful.
It's creepy.
It is extremely
It is
creepy.
totally cool.
I'll send Oh, never mind.
Actually, oh yeah, you don't know. Sorry.
Thea, be careful.
Thea's gonna walk around behind you as quietly as she possibly can.
Jesus.
It's not that quietly. And say, "Don't worry, I will be."
Stop.
You like crunch on
Except
like
it's
a
more like, don't worry, I will.
Do you like hit your hip against like the stairwell? You're like, oh.
I think she actually like hip checks Ziana. Not like it's like a just sort of like oops. That's
when you
that's why
can't
it's
see
not
your own
subtle.
body, you're not entirely sure where your body is in space, so you sort of run into things more easily.
Oh, unintentionally hip
Yeah, it was
check?
just it's
Oh,
her
okay.
like when she was trying to sneak around. Like
I mean, I don't know. Like, she could be feeling sassy. She could be mad that I demonstrated an actual emotion towards her. Who knows?
yeah, those are all very
possible.
realistic possibilities.
Possibilities.
I just wanted to clarify. It was unintentional.
As you skirt your way around the Ziana and make it kind of peer in, I'm going to need you to roll me both your stealth, which would be your sneak and dexterity, which I believe you have a bonus to.
I just
For
rolled
sure,
box
Lily.
cars because I had a
On your-
feeling you were gonna ask me to roll stuff.
Perfect. You are, like, after you say that to Ziana, like, no one knows where Thea's gone. She's just blended into the shadows, has become one with the environment.
You like hear before Rachel can like shut down the like meep meep. Like you hear her think like, I really hope I don't accidentally shoot her one of these days.
That is a risk.
Meep meep. Oh, don't worry. It won't be an accident.
You didn't roll boxcars on that one.
Oh man. So you
Fact, Coldrake. Where are these boxcars when we get into actual combat?
you sneak your way into the room, and you don't really like. You're so stealthy, you can kind of take enough time to observe the room without. I won't make you roll for this. In that space, you see these sort of large pods that I described earlier that look like there's about 3 of them. None of them look like they're in one piece. A couple of them in particular look like cracked and falling apart, as if something destroyed them or they were destroyed. You can't really see anything in particular on the inside, but there's sort of like a sort of shadowy, kind of spindly something.
Inside of them right now.
Yes, it looks almost like you imagine like a dead tree sort of concept, like something that's kind of just like dried up and hasn't been able to decompose because there is nothing to decompose it. So instead, it just sort of gets kind of preserved by
Mummified.
yeah, essentially. You can't quite make out what it is.
Okay.
But what you do notice is, one, there are several computers again in this station, and you see 3 individuals now. There's 2 kind of smaller shapes, and there's one kind of so there's only one smaller shape, and you see it like kind of just crawling around, like it's just sort of perching on things and seems to be very alert and sort of shifting around constantly. And then there's 2 sort of much less spindly. You recognize these as kind of almost the kind of grunt level ones that you've encountered before. They're definitely hollow. And they're sort of fairly clearly stocky. They've got a little bit of armor on them. They have rifles in their hand. But otherwise, they look relatively familiar to you. They seem to be sweeping the room, kind of almost as if they're investigating the pieces of technology that are in here. One of them is very clearly looking at some sort of opening that you can't quite see. When you move yourself around and position yourself to see, you can see like a hallway that goes into an elevator shaft.
Oh, okay.
Meep meep. We got one real spindly one and 2 great big assholes in here. I think I'm gonna get them from behind.
Oh, no.
Wait, you guys attack from the front, and I'm gonna just stab them right in the back. Thea pulls out her knife.
That's a bad idea. It's a bad
Captain?
That's a bad idea.
Is this the plan?
Last time you went into a room alone, you almost died.
I'm not saying I'm going into a room alone. you're coming in, right? I mean, I'm not doing this on my own.
We'll get up to the door, hopefully quietly. You make your attack, we'll come in immediately after.
Why don't we do it the other way around? Like, we start the attack, and then...
Because if they don't know that I'm here, then I can get them when they're not looking.
What if we all hide, and I send Duncan dronettes in and like just get them to chase it out?
Ziana
the way
begins
we
to
can?
move forward.
Okay. Are
pull
you
out
trying
my
to
bow.
move stealthily, or are you trying to move with Ziana style?
Stealthily.
Okay, roll me a sneak and dexterity.
If this fails, Thea, just stab them. I'll come running.
Meep. I already am.
What is it that I'm rolling with?
Stealth. And
Stealth,
dexterity.
sneak and dexterity.
Oh, I don't have that. So this 6 becomes a 5. And that's what. This is a dumb idea.
So with a 5 total?
Yes.
Okay. Ziana,
Like
what
to
is your
point out again.
concept of stealth?
Ziana.
How many feet tall
Okay.
is she again?
Okay, so it's Ziana for stealth. So she's got her giant sword with her. And she crouches down. But she's very, like, she has a lot of muscle mass. And she's built to be a tank. So, she moves, like, slowly-ish. But she's got some weight to her because muscle weighs quite a bit. And maybe the footfalls aren't like the softest. And maybe like every once in a while, the little thingy on her sword like kind of rattles a little bit. And also, she's, you know, can only get so small considering she's 19.9 feet tall.
Wait, 19 feet and 11 inches.
Wait, what?
She's 7 feet tall, I think is what we settled
I think
on.
it's actually 7.
I think 7, yes.
I was like, I would know, I think,
No.
if you were 19.
You would have way more issues fitting into place.
Oh
than
yeah,
you
oh yeah,
currently
oh
do.
yeah.
Would you be
So in the video game version of this, you just like pressed L3 to squat down.
Yeah,
like,
and then
go
like
forward.
dun 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 dun.
Good job.
Yeah.
You all see this happen, and you just sort of walk into the room. You forgot that your light was still on.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
And you just sort of stand in the room.
You gotta see.
You see her. She is in the doorway of the hall that you came from, and you are at that point. All 3 of the hollow that you see in the room just turn and face her. And with that, everybody rolls initiative.
Me too.
Yeah,
Initiative is a D8?
it's 1d8
Dun,
plus
dun,
your
dun,
dexterity.
dun,
Here's my
dun,
D8.
dun, dun,
Jesus.
dun, dun,
There?
dun, 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 dun.
Stealth Ziana is not a thing. No, no, it's not. And someday I'll learn that.
That's just great. That's just great.
Is that sorry?
Stop it. Stop it.
It's-
Stop it, Lauren.
Oh no.
I know. I didn't mean to roll 2 8s in a row, but I did.
Well,
Oh, wham!
I got
it.
it too. Don't I get to like roll twice?
You do.
Do I
Take the
add
higher.
something?
Anyone who has alert rolls twice and adds takes the higher.
Do I add
Oh
anything?
wait, we.
You add your
I forgot
dexterity.
about that.
Oh, I add
if you
dexterity?
really-
I got a 3.
Ooh, better.
What'd you get?
I got it.
2 for Thea. Okay.
Yeah.
I had
Conrad,
planned on
8.
I had planned on stabbing as soon as we made our
5.
plan.
I will say you are allowed to have prepared that action because you did actually say that you were going to like stab them.
Just do it. Okay.
Who were you positioned behind?
She would have tried to position herself behind the small shape in hopes that she could just
The crawler,
Yeah, and just
the one that's kind of like peering down through at the elevator shaft. Okay. Ziana.
8.
All right. So up first will be
Whoa.
Conrad and Ziana, followed by me.
I'm never first.
Followed by Kika, then Rachel, then Thea.
You were ready this time. You didn't try to stealth. You're like, I know what's happening.
Yeah, you're just like, fuck it, I'm in. But Thea, I will let you execute your execution.
Lovely.
So go ahead and roll your stabbing. That's what you were going for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this would be stab plus your dexterity. I think that's your attack plus your attack bonus.
Too bad you don't have assassin.
I do have a assassin, so I get a point blank success since I'm point
You-
blank. But I have to roll something, and I don't remember which part
You
of
need
it
it in order to like auto kill someone. You have to have like 10 minutes to
No,
set up.
it's your point
No.
blank ranged attacks made from surprise cannot miss the target.
So if you were trying to shoot it,
Oh. Okay, so I was trying to use assassin, but I forgot that it was the shooting piece. So I'll just stab him.
this would count as a sneak attack, which I kind of let you add an extra die for that. So for your damage. Remember, this is an attack roll, so you're rolling a d20. So if you hit, you'll deal more damage.
Oh, well, probably not.
Or add a +2 for being sneaky. That's what it was.
Sweet.
I was like, you don't remember what we
Plus
did.
my base
Sneaky too.
attack, which is 14.
14 total. That'll hit one of these.
Sweet.
These guys are squishy.
Let's stab. 8.
All right, with an 8, you just take your knife and just lodge it like directly into the back. They don't have any particularly strong armor, and it just squishes into its exterior as you kind of see this like kind of deep, dark, viscous blood well up, and it like lets out like. Actually, they can't really. It makes it like a guttural hiss sort of sound. As you know, they don't have mouths. It just sort of like. And it's not quite dead yet, but it's pretty damn close. And that will bring us to Conrad and Ziana. Ziana's first in the room, so I'll have her act first, and then Conrad, I'll have you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack something.
Yeah, you are. Which one are you going for?
Hold on, I'm revising my list of order. Whichever one is closest to me that isn't the one that she attacked.
Okay, there's one of the scouts that is the sort of larger
The stocky,
rifled
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
They're not like the huge burly stocky ones that you've seen before, which are like the ones that will rip you apart physically with their hands, and also these are like ones that are clearly kind of for scouting. Like they're observant but not particularly strong.
So Ziana steps forward and out of the doorway.
Okay.
And to the side so that, shooters can do things. And then with a mighty roar takes a swing with her sword at the
We just hear the roar over comms.
Probably. You hear that sound over your comms. Give me an attack. First stab.
Remind me, is this a skill
D20.
roll?
Nope. D10. D20.
D20, that's what I thought. Okay.
And then you add.
And I add my
you add
stabs, my stabby stab.
10?
Oh
And
yeah,
your
I
attack
add my
bonus.
attack bonus.
Yeah, she's a warrior. This is what she is built to do.
This is
She
exactly.
is a warrior.
Yeah.
That's half the dice.
So 21.
Yeah, that will hit.
Yeah, well.
Even a scout. These guys are squishy.
Yay!
Okay, and now I'm rolling the damages. 10.
Awesome. You kind of cleave into one of them, and you leave like a solid gash as like that kind of not quite blood, but probably some sort of bodily fluid comes out, and it like its large sort of bug-like fractaled eyes like focus on you, and it would grin manically if it had a mouth to do so.
Oh, yes.
They have no mouths.
Creepy. And death they must scream.
And
Aha.
yeah, it's sad. All right, that puts it at Conrad.
So to be clear, the order of operations here was I was pontificating on what if we all hid and I could send Duncan. And while I was saying this, Ziana just went into her stealth squat and started trudging forward. And so I'm like saying this, and then I sort of like trail off as I see her. Okay, well I guess that's not the plan. And I very hastily level my rifle, and I'm going to move up to basically to block the hallway at its entrance, so no one can get to any of the squishier people.
Okay.
Which I guess is just Kika, and
Kika.
she's on my shoulder.
I'm
so
on your
that's-
shoulder.
So you're actually really just
Rachel.
gonna get in Rachel's way.
Right. So I'm not gonna. I'll move to let Rachel obviously through,
Okay.
assuming she wants to go through. But I'm going to take a shot at the guy that Ziana
Okay.
just
And try and drop
took a
him.
slash at.
This is a solid hit.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20.
You succeed,
So-
and give me max damage.
Max damage would be 12, 13, 14.
That's
Uh,
I don't need you to do the rest of the
All right.
math. Ziana already hit it for 10 points of damage. As the rifle bolts, like you feel, even through this you imagine, because you're so used to it, you would imagine feeling like that heat, but there's just kind of that crackle as it goes past you and just lodges directly like in the throat of this scout hollow, and it just sort of crumples to the ground.
This plan works too.
Next up is now my turn. The one that you didn't attack sees you and is going to immediately raise up its rifle and take a shot at you, Ziana.
Wait. These guys have guns?
Yes, I told you
Yes,
they have guns.
at
The
the
crawlers have
beginning.
claws.
They
and-
shot at
But they
they
can
shot
have-
at Dunkin' Donuts.
I didn't know that they could have guns.
Um,
do.
What's your AC?
They,
Let me find it on this.
Oh,
sheet.
They don't-
you're wearing you're wearing a vac suit.
Yeah, what-
This is
Yeah.
Resident Evil 5
What's the
rules.
vac suit?
No,
AC
an
again?
armored vac suit. It's 13.
It's 13. I hate you.
That's my normal one.
It's so easy to hate you.
I really don't want to hear that right now,
But
Claudia.
thankfully, I'm shooting at you, so it won't tear. And they're gonna roll their damage. And you're gonna take 10 points of damage as it levels and takes a shot at you. And it blasts. Like, there's that moment, the sort of the vac suit seals itself back up again, but you like kind of feel that like rush of air, and then
Ugh.
the other one, the crawler, is going to just reach around and like try and just claw at your face, as you probably still have the knife in its back, and it's just gonna like
Let him twist.
twist and come at you. But they're long and spindly. Like the arms have better reach than you would want them to. And it'll hit.
Yeah.
But don't worry, they do way less damage.
I don't believe you.
4 points of damage as it kind of claws it. Oh no! Which vac suit are you wearing?
No, she took the good one.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought we had agreed that Ziana had basically told her that she would kill her if she
Okay.
tried to
And I
take
think
the
it's
other
when you
one.
drop to 10 HP or lower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I
She
have
outfitted
I have
everybody.
Ghost
Yeah.
Mantle on because I was doing the walking
But when you
earlier.
attack them.
When you attack, you stop being in stealth. Like, if you
Okay.
lodged a knife in someone's back, they know you're there.
Because it is the
It's a
ghost
good rule.
augmented armor.
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't...
That's the piece I'm trying to figure out, is that I get more armor.
I don't remember if I gave you that piece of the ghost mantle. Did I boost your AC as well?
It says that on the sheet.
Yeah, I have 15. I go to 15 AC while I have that point of effort
Okay.
committed, and then I go +2 stealth.
So then you do, actually. So I wouldn't have hit you because you have 15 AC.
Nice.
It, like, sort of claws at you, but ineffectually as it's trying to. But it, like, pulls the knife out and is facing you now. Sort of large clawed hands.
Not for
It would
long.
snarl if it could.
It's doing the idle animation.
Thea's gonna just like grin back at it and pull out her laser pistol.
Rachel. Oh, sorry, Kika, then Rachel.
Wait, Kika, who's just like suddenly is on this one's shoulders. As he turns around, he fires, and Kika's like, no.
What?
I
was gonna pull
How
out-
do you hear yourself say that and then like, no.
No, and pulls out the like, because Kika's not a fighter.
No, Kika's not built for fighting, unlike Ziana.
But Kika's gonna pull out her bow and arrow. So she like loads it, and she's gonna pull back, and she's gonna fire at the one who's fighting Kika.
I'm sorry. I just picture like this plastic bow and arrow with like the suction cup on the end.
It's an actual bow and arrow. It's one that opens up, so it goes. Pachoo!
Compound.
Yeah, but
It's a crossbow, I think is what you're trying to suggest.
No, it's not.
Do you-
You
you
still need
pull
your
it?
hand. You still
Okay.
need to pull it.
God, every time you do this,
Yeah,
it hurts
probably
me
a
a little
couple
bit. Like,
I know, but like
this is not.
no, but think about that's how her hands work because her
No,
fingers
it's
are
not
on
the
her.
hands. The hands aren't the issue.
No, her elbow, her fingers. There's another. Her pinky extends a part of the wing,
Yeah.
so you can't hold it with that part. So it
You
has to
don't
hold
use a
here.
pinky to pull a bow. You
I
use
know.
just these two fingers.
That's here, and so it would get in the way if she
No,
moved
it
this
wouldn't.
way. Yeah,
The
yes,
prob-
it would. It would have to go the other way. It has to go. Look, I will draw this for you later as I roll to shoot. I have to shoot the one that just got backstabbed in the head.
Okay, the one that Thea is attacking.
Ah!
Oh, it worked! Did you hear her adorable little, you're gonna do great whisper?
Aw.
I did.
23.
Yes, you hit. Roll your damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's not a philosophy I subscribe to, but hey, whatever works.
4. Wait, yeah. Wait, 5.
Fine, that'll do it. As it sort of looks at you, Thea, it just a bolt like lodges through the back of its skull and comes out like through one of its eyes.
The carapace.
And then it drops down, and you see like Kika being like weirdly enthusiastic about shooting something in the head.
Hey, thanks.
Rachel.
The other one hasn't been shot yet.
Nope.
How far away is it?
I mean, this room's maybe like 20 meters across. Maybe no, this one's actually probably pretty big. It is less than 50 meters away from you.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna use the rifle that I have, because the other one's
What's the
only-
range on that one?
It's 100,
Oh.
300.
Yes, you're fine.
Yeah, I was gonna use the pistol, but that's 25-50, so like. That
Yeah, you'd be at the higher end of that range.
Yeah, so I'll do the rifle then, because I know stuff about things.
Oh yeah, you're like,
No.
Yeah. She had like both of her guns readied, and then she's like, "This is the appropriate tool." And probably I'm gonna miss after doing all that prep, but
Nope.
it's fine.
roll it. You got this.
Oh,
Nice.
ha! Okay, yeah, I got a 24.
That will definitely hit.
And it's 1d12 for this bubby.
I haven't done any data tests yet.
You did. You stabbed it.
Huh?
You stabbed it.
What do I add
Oh,
to the
no.
damage?
It should be your
I think it's just plus 1 my
dexterity.
dex. Yeah.
Plus, if you have gunslinger, you
I do.
also have your shoot skill.
Okay, so 10.
10. All right, very nice. It lands like a solid shot kind of into its abdomen, and it's really hard to make noises when you can't project anything. That puts it at Thea's turn.
So as the guy like drops in front of her, you know, she'll say the like, "Hey, thanks," and then she's going to try and shift behind the. We still have the two guys, right?
There's only
But
one
There's
left
just the
in
one
the
that's still up. So she's gonna try and shift behind him. Oh shoot, my knife is still in him.
Oh, shoot.
She's gonna pull out the knife.
It pulled the knife out of itself because it like turned around.
Oh,
So you
when
still-
it, so
you
I've
have
still
the
got the
knife,
knife. Okay. Yeah.
I
so
assume
she's
you
just
held
gonna-
on to it, unless I like specify that it tried to.
Unless you
take
throw it,
Yeah.
you have the knife.
Also a little bit of
Not
like
out of the
viscous
question.
fluid on it.
Gross.
And do you have armsmen?
No.
Then you shouldn't throw the knife.
Well,
You have shoes.
I was a lot of things.
All
Thea's
that should have
decision.
stopped her in the past.
So she's gonna try and go behind this last guy and also stab him in the back.
Okay, you're trying to reestablish your stealth.
Yes, please.
Then go ahead and roll me your sneak and dexterity as you're moving around to see if you can get out of its notice.
11, 12, 13,
Yeah.
14, 15, 16,
Yes.
17.
Jesus Christ, woman!
16, sorry.
Did you add all
I
3 of your
overcounted.
dice together?
Nope,
Okay.
just one. Plus my 2 stealth, plus my dex, plus my sneak.
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah. You shimmer once again, and like Kika, where you were looking, Thea's gone. And
Gosh.
you just sort of move around and go ahead and roll your attack with a +2.
Do you guys know like how much
You having
shit
fun,
I
Sarah?
can get into?
I had 3. I regret the decision to give her this. Thankfully, we only have 4 weeks left.
I had
It's
3
okay.
kids.
She only got a
4
3 plus
grandkids.
whatever 6,
Still loser.
6.
Yeah, you
7,
you
8.
are just behind it,
Yeah.
and it's like shifting around, but it takes most of your time to just kind of get there and like get yourself situated to stab it. You're like, where's a good spot? Conrad.
Kidding.
Conrad, is it Sienna first? Or?
It should be.
You two can act simultaneously. You both have an 8.
I would like to act first.
Well,
I would
Because-
just I'll switch
please,
these around.
Captain.
You're welcome. Because Ziana is going to use our homebrewed skill, Goad, and which is
Is it a taunt?
at the level that I have
It
it.
is, yeah.
It's a homebrewed foci. It's an on-turn action. I goad one target into attacking. If the target rolls a mental save. On a fail, the target has a disadvantage on attack rolls versus anyone but me until their next turn.
It's kind of that like D&D 4e equivalent of marking something, so it has to attack.
Yeah. So Ziana turns towards the remaining
It
hollow.
fails its save, just so you know, so you can narrate how
Oh,
this
sweet.
works.
All right. Yeah. So Ziana turns towards the remaining hollow and does a roar much louder than I'm going to do for the sake of all of y'all wearing headphones. Ah! As she beats her chest with the hand holding the bloody sword still dripping with the viscera of the hollow that she just essentially almost gutted.
Oh, wow.
I love that you have a little pirate.
It is very intently focused on you. Like if it had eyelids, it would narrow them. If it would sort of clearly like postures in and levels its gun and looks like it intends to shoot you.
Excellent.
Okay, that puts it at
Have at thee, Conrad.
Conrad.
Yeah, so Conrad observes this and has sort of like a whoa moment. Puts his rifle into burst mode and fires off a volley at the remaining guy. That's going to be 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 21.
That will hit. Roll the damage.
And
As it is intently distracted by Ziana's large and foreboding presence.
oh boy. I just rolled a 12 on the d12. So
Very nice.
on top of everything else, that's going to be 15, 16, 17, 18 damage.
A shot lines up. You fire your pistol, and it basically just cuts straight through center of the forehead, like dramatically, as it is intently focused on Ziana. Actually, you're probably slightly to the side, so it like goes through the side of its head, and it just sort of falls with the force of the impact. The room is quiet.
Thea drops the ghost mantle.
To be clear, I'm in a vac suit when I do that.
It doesn't matter.
That's
So it
fair.
doesn't
I
actually-
mean,
a little bit of
you know,
condensation
there's no
on the
atmosphere, and
inside.
I've been roaring, so like whatever you need to do.
The room is empty. What are you gonna do?
Look around.
What?
Yeah.
Loot the room.
What needs fixing in this room? I'm gonna do some rolls.
Everyone can give me a notice and wisdom. Although if you're looking specifically for things to fix, this can be fix and wisdom.
Yeah!
Fix and, actually, it's fix and intelligence. We're just like, what should I fix? How might I want to fix it?
I got an 8.
An 8. Okay.
And I would be looking for, like, I need to find where the entrance is, and the same thing that Conrad was doing before, basically. Like, I'm assuming that we, like, split the
Yeah,
room.
we.
Because we're both more, like, military-minded,
Yes.
although in
Makes
very
sense.
different training styles.
Very much so.
But I think like after a couple rooms of like seeing each other's maneuvers, we've sort of figured out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
each other's
I mean, we've
protocols
both
work.
done, like, group
Yeah.
things before, so...
We've had dinner together, yeah. Group
That's. Yeah,
I meant, like, with
okay.
other groups, but sure.
Okay.
12.
Anyway.
12. Anyone else?
I got an 8.
An 8.
I got a 5.
5.
Whatever. Ziana's stomping around the room, looking around.
Are you super happy about your kills?
I'm pretty happy.
Are you
yeah.
telling us the
Thea?
story about how you killed him?
No, not yet.
Thea
Dinner.
would be looking to see if there's any way to direct them toward the power that they'll need to turn on to access the data.
Okay.
She would also be looking to see if there's anything of value or any sort of something that might lead her to something of
And
value.
what was your total?
Oh crap. 9.
9. Okay. This is where all the low rolls are. So starting with those kind of investigating the room. From what you can tell, there's the hallway that you came from. There is the hallway with the...
It's empty, it's fine.
Good, cool.
Rip.
The elevator shaft, which you would probably be able to surmise that it is the same elevator shaft that Drunken Dronuts has gone up and down.
Oh.
And the so those are the kind of the two easy ones, and then there are two others. There's one door that appears to be just very well like sealed at this point. It probably needs power to open or brute force of some kind. And there is
Volberg
also another door. This one is kind of like sort of half ajar. Similarly, will probably need some sort of forcing to get open. The room itself has a couple of computer banks in it, and otherwise it just has these 3 very substantially sized pods. If you go look in them, it's hard to recognize what it is because none of you really know what you're looking at. But based on kind of piecing together a little bit of information about what you know this lab was for, and that part of it included raising Leviathans, You can guess that these are probably Leviathans that were being raised.
Baby.
Babies,
Raised like raised up or
No,
raised
raised as
like
in, like-
raised?
No, raised isn't taken care of.
Okay.
Gestated.
Okay.
Aw.
And these were probably some sort of gestation pods. Kind of in there is some sort of essentially mummified organic matter of some kind.
Yeah, I think
You
the
can't
reason why
really
I
tell what
didn't
it
get
is.
like a full success is probably because at one point I'm like walking past one of these things and it like you know the thing where it's like foggy and you see like a shadow and then it like floats closer to the glass and all of a sudden you can clearly make out like the mummified like face of this thing.
yeah.
Like that's why I don't get a full success is because like I was trying to do the thing and then it's like face.
Jump
It's like
scare.
a jump scare. Yeah.
Is it the one where the audience can see it first and then you see it, you go, ah!
Yes.
Good.
Conrad is also like having a similar experience, like just looking at these things, and he's just like, "Good galaxy. What did they do here?"
Kika, you would be able to tell pretty easily. These banks of computers need power, and I think your first instinct is to figure out where to get that power from.
Yeah, I'll follow the cord.
So you kind of like start.
Do I take one and then I'm just like,
Yeah, you're just sort of shuffling along the red wire. What you think is you're like, I found the red wire. It's not red, it's blue. And you start moving your way along it, and it leads eventually into the wall, and you would anticipate down past about one of the two doors.
is the opening too small for me to actually follow in the vent?
Are you looking in the vent? Is that kind of where
Because
you're
like
going
I
to,
assume the cord it doesn't.
You
Oh,
imagine like they're sort of just like wire, almost like casings that sort of go and then kind of go through the wall.
so I need to get on the other side of the wall.
Yes. And this is the door that is like kind of partially propped open.
Oh, it's okay. So that's
You
where
could
the
potentially squeeze through it.
I'm about Captain. I'm going in that one.
Kika,
Why?
That's where the power source is.
if you need power, I can just collect Dunkin' Donuts right now.
Wait,
And
wasn't there just 2 guns that were left in here?
Yeah, the guys are guns.
I think Thea
Two
would pick
rifles.
up one of the rifles because I don't have a rifle right now.
Yeah,
That
I
would
gave
be
you my
useful.
pistol.
Yeah, but that's a pistol.
It's got good range. It's got.
Kika, why are we
100
trying to
range.
power up this room?
Never
wrote it
mind.
We are now on
You
the
did. I didn't know.
we're now on the floor where the data is.
Yeah, that's like
Right?
very long range.
So if we
Do we know that?
It's a laser.
want
You're in what you can presume to be a place where science happens.
science,
Good.
science,
Good
science,
times. Good
science.
times. Good times.
So we got the information from
You know that the like
Ari that it was one specific level that
Yeah.
we might find.
the
out.
super sneaky stuff is happening one
Third
floor
level.
below you.
Yeah.
But we could-
There is
we're on
other
level
things
2.
Right.
happening in this lab. You may be able to get useful information from
Okay.
other areas in the lab. It's hard to say. A lot of it also depends on how well networked the computers still are. So it may be possible that you like spend some time trying to re-network them or kind of hook them up to some sort of system, or you can kind of go section by section.
What room does it look like the vent goes into? The one with the sealed shut door or the one with the
It's the-
ajar
it's
door?
the
The
ajar
ajar
one.
door.
The ajar
So
one?
we can go in together.
Ziana is going to go over
Okay.
to the ajar door and try and.
Give me a strength and exert.
I would help you if you want
Yeah.
instead of doing it all by
I could
your
help
own.
too.
We would offer to help if
Words.
Ziana would take it.
Yeah.
I think
She's like,
I mean,
She's
10.
very focused. It's tough. If they help you, it'll be way easier. But it depends. Like, does
we
Ziana
just
just want to
kind of like make eyes at each other. Like,
Yeah, we
She-
just like
No.
did our circle
She's
around
like,
the room,
"Sure,"
and we're at
as
the
she's
doors.
doing it.
I think what happens is I'm just like I'm not gonna say anything, but like mentally I'm like doing the like pressing. I'm telekinetically like help.
It's a little bit of an
helping.
assistance.
Excuse me, am I getting like a.
You are. And Ziana just and you push it wide enough that most people could relatively comfortably, like, you'll kind of have to slide
It doesn't like
through, but-
slide shut again, does it?
okay, let's get in there. And like he like
No,
swoops
Kika.
into the darkness and is gone. And I assume it's like that light thing. And you hear like a can fall over. It's fine.
There's like a-
You would hear like like dog claws
yeah.
and like
So what's in the room?
yeah. What's
You're making your way into the next room.
Just to be clear, I do collect my drone before we head.
It flies back
Can
out
you?
through the elevator.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
it was in the
I found
elevator
out
shaft.
where.
Okay.
You collect Dunkin' Donuts. You head into a room, and there's a little bit of a corridor, and kind of, again, that feeling of like, oh, there's probably other rooms that used to be here that no longer are here. And eventually you come into another room. This one, Kika, it takes a moment, but you are familiar with what technology looks like, and specifically what power sources look like. There's clearly a generator in this room. It's off. It needs to be restarted. You'll need to take some time to restart it.
How much time?
Are there any other exits from the Jenny room?
Yes.
Okay.
There is a door kind of almost opposite where you came in. In fact, it's not like it's like an open hallway.
Let's get this guy purring. Like you go like, how big is this generator's big? What is its basic structure look like?
I mean, it's sort of like a large generator. It almost reminds you of an engine. Like and generators are functionally engines of some kind. They're designed to produce power. It's sort of this large structure. Like for the most part, it's all sort of sealed in. But there's a couple of places where panels are kind of coming off of it, and you can see the interior. You are desperate, unfamiliar with this technology. The closest thing it reminds you of some of the pieces of tech that you've seen on Sarin or the Rays, but this is unfamiliar to you. But it is clearly technological. It's not organic.
Which means you can chew it.
I mean, let's be real. She chewed the organic stuff too.
I was told not to.
Why don't we take posts by the doors, keep an eye out?
Captain, I'm concerned that once that generator goes online, everyone's going to know exactly where we are. We might want to scope out the area while Kika's working
Let
on
them
it.
come.
I'll scope.
We'll build a blockade.
It's gonna take me some time. Give me carry the 4
What?
minus 2.
She's timing.
17 minutes.
Sure. It'll take you 17 minutes.
Sure.
Roll a fixed intelligence.
Look,
It's one of those things like it's an hour.
Remember that one time?
yeah, I do remember that one time. I remember it very freaking well,
It worked
Claudia.
out. It worked out.
I'm standing
She
guard.
just sets the mission parameters. for
11.
us.
Yeah, it'll take 17 minutes.
All right.
It might take 25. But it could only take 15.
I'm standing guard on the other side of the generator where the open hallway is.
Okay.
Okay. Conrad, why don't you stay here as well? Guard the other door. Thea and I will scout ahead.
Aye, Captain.
I need friends who can hold things that are tall.
You
Fine.
go on ahead.
I put another
Keep-
gun in my other hand so I don't have to do that.
Thea,
I go help Kika.
Thea, you move on ahead. I'll follow. Let me know if you see anything that we need to dispose of.
Aye, tip top. Roger shake. Hey, you, don't die. Or you. Or you.
Wait,
All right.
I was second?
Bye.
I'll die if I want to.
I was second.
You are not second. I don't order things.
I assume we switched to mental and we're just like,
This is meat.
It's like, no, you're not.
All right.
Ziana,
in my
yes.
heart.
To reiterate,
That's why I
Kika
left.
and Conrad are working on restarting the generator.
I mean, we're working, you're holding the tool.
You're welcome.
So Conrad is your assistant while you are restarting the generator.
I got 10
Rachel
on
is
my notice and wisdom for keeping watch.
awesome. You're keeping watch on the place, not where you came from, but the
The other
one.
way.
And
I
you
figured
two
we've
are scoping
seen
down the
a
hallway.
fair bit from where we came from.
And Thea and Ziana are scoping down the hallway. Okay, that is where we will take our break.
What? I have to write down the conversation I wanted to have.
Oh, yes, because
All right,
we have many things to
I'm going to go
discuss.
ahead and read out some of our sponations.
Advertisements.
Our advertisements, the words from our sponsors that
Oh.
came through. Then we will take a quick break. We will return for the second half of Leviathan Distant Stars. You're very thorough.
Very thorough. We can't miss any loot.
Sure. Okay. All right. I think Pumpkin sent these ones in. So we'll leave her ones from.
Yeah, all the ones from Pumpkin that
Okay.
are in one block.
Perfect. I believe that means our first explanation that came through is from Pumpkin with 1428. Are you feeling gucky? Come down to Feeling Gucky tonight for the loosest slot space machines. You
Wow.
could win big and leave Duranga wealthier than you arrived. And now, this solar weekend only, get your first 500 guck free with the purchase of 2,000 guck.
Oh, wait, that's so much. It's one. That's 20.
What? That's like 25%.
We gotta get back to Duranga.
That's such a
Screw the
good
mission.
deal.
Screw the universe.
Next is from Pumpkin with 1428. Have you flown an asteroid belt lately? Your ship may be damaged and you don't even know about the danger. You could be closer to the vacuum of space than you think. Come down to Spares today and we can ensure that your space is safe to fly again.
Oh dear.
Make space safe.
Pumpkin with 1428. It's best. Wait. Okay. It's the best sale of the season, whether you are looking for a Corvette or a brand new couple.
Brand new what?
I think brand new couple. It might be a coupe.
Cool.
Just starting out, or a freighter for a small family, or a frigate for your 7 kids, 2 hortas, 2,000 triples, and your family friend engineer. Come to Spars.
Spars, a better way
To go!
Wait, what?
Another pumpkin with 1428. Get your Seco 2.0 today. This newest version not only detects where objects are, but also what they are. More data for your flying convenience. Also included is a generic console with sonic identifiers instead of colored buttons. Perfect for new flyers.
Aww.
Yeah. Seco 2.0.
There's your
Pumpkin
sensory
with
business.
1428. The red god demands blood. Bring glory to the red god by slaying of your foes, and the red god will bestow upon you great power and skill and prowess and great powers and skill. You will be made the champion of your foes. Visit a church of the red god today for more information.
Sounds rad. I'm joining that.
I'm used to you being the red god,
I
but I
know,
think
but I
I'm
think
the red
you're the
god.
red god. For now.
No. Ziana's not the red god. Lizzie is the red god.
You're not. Yes. William TW with $10. Get a splat from the past. Spionet's 2017 experience. Rock lap 70s and 80s hits. Foil the schemes of Miss K's Jacksons. Beat up the Claude, Cyberdork, and the Lupify Iffy, the Zini, and the Unlock the Best Boss Murder. It's really hard to read with the line break.
Y'all get
He and
elaborate.
Sardi. Tomorrow, threads on Spionet. Mfec. MMFEC.
I was one of those letter stacks.
You
today.
were. You were. Mythalien with $10. Bluge, please insert another acre of goof involving the Roll20 D&D group.
Oh,
I think
another.
you need to insert an ad.
Okay. So this is an advert from another dimension. Blah, 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 blah.
No.
Imagine that your viewing object
We're in
breaks
a different
up
dungeon?
and you see blackness, and then there's some wavy aquatic light, and then there's a very attractive fish boy, and the fish boy says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you there. You wouldn't happen to know about the 9 gods, would you? Or the Tomb of the 9 Gods? You see, we're on it," and he goes on for like 25 minutes. This is a very long commercial.
It's an infomercial,
Yes.
like late
Yeah.
night ad spot.
And then at the end, he says, "Well, really, she was just like, it was just the one time that she pushed me against the tree. It was very awkward, and I just, wait, what was I?" And then that's the end of the commercial.
Excellent.
Like covet on.
Yeah.
Oh, please demonstrate again.
Like
Okay.
fish boy.
Next with BB Phantom with $5, Meeptep Pharmaceuticals and Hollow Heavy Metals, maker of Mito Stickos, bring you Meta Meeps. Now share the taste of your favorite substitute meat surrogate, the Mito Stickos, with others in your Meepnet. Meep Tech, yum, your Meep.
Please never do that.
Wait, can we
Please never ever do that to me.
Can we be flavored?
Never, ever.
That is what
ever.
Meta Meep is.
No.
Pina colada flavor,
No.
go!
No.
Creamsicle flavor, go!
No.
What? Oh my gosh, this
I
is
will
my
vomit all
favorite.
over
That's
you.
very
I will
reasonable.
vomit on you.
Mina Alien with $100. Hi everyone. Have a fantastic game. Thank you.
Thank you.
You have a fantastic game. Paladin with 1069.
Hi.
Year 2 and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. Year 2, hard work's greatest reward. You've shown us love, and we show it back to you. Geek Space soon will be making another run with Geek Space Promises, something for everyone. That was beautifully Dr. Seuss. Thank you. Mina Alien with $200. Let's push through the rest of the goal.
Oh my
Little person
God.
face. Everybody behind Leviathan is wonderful, and I love you all.
I'm imagining one of those wavy arm
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then DUNCAN, drone, UTS. Duncan
What?
Drone. It's Duncan
Drone nuts.
With 1337, our newly redesigned DUNCAN drone UTZ series is now outfitted with customizable pharmaceutical compounds for any of the field drug cocktail fix. Base compounds sold separately. Brought to you by DUNCAN Inc. The universe runs on Duncans.
Is it? Are you spelling it because there's like?
Yeah, there's spaces. There's
Oh, okay.
periods in between.
Wait, the period, like the yo-yo,
What?
What?
the Dunkin'
Okay.
yo-yo.
Okay,
You
on
guys
that
remember that?
note, we're gonna take our break
The world
now.
runs on
We'll
Dunkin'
be back
Yo-yos.
very soon.
If you played Legend of the Hidden Temple, you'd win a yo-yo. I'm not crazy.
And so that's how Legend of the Hidden Temple works. See, you go
Oh
in
my
there,
God, we never got
round
our
one,
break.
If you get across the moat, you get like a yo-yo, and you just want to get to space.
Can I shoot
Claudia
the
in
yo-yo?
No, the
Hi,
yo-yo
everybody.
is a great 90s toy.
Welcome back. You are watching GeekSpaceTV. We are a nonprofit broadcasting studio based in the Seattle area, working to improve and increase diversity and representation in gaming and geek spaces. And we're going to continue with the second half of Leviathan Distant Stars.
Oh, please.
Beautiful.
I was like watching.
I was waiting for it.
I hope you had a wonderful and refreshing break. We shall see what lovely shenanigans these wonderful characters will get into. So let's quickly find out who these wonderful characters are. Starting over there with the very enthusiastic coffee drinking. Did you get coffee on the break?
Oh my God, you booked it.
Yeah.
I'm Blue Jay, and I have a 9 p.m. coffee.
Wow.
I understand that
That's all.
life.
That's the only thing that is about
Where did
here.
you?
Petty Rosa's across the street.
Oh my God, you booked it.
Yeah.
I also got a little bar.
Nice.
I'm so prepared. Right
Okay.
now.
You motivated.
Motivated.
I have
Hi.
a book to finish tonight. All right.
Yeah.
They're important.
Sleep
things.
is for the weak.
Yes.
End.
I'm so old.
Everyone should sleep. PSA.
Nah, I went like 5 days of Gen Con with less than 5 hours of sleep a night. I was fine. I only nearly passed out.
Excuse me. I do my own scheduling, so if I don't want to wake up until noon tomorrow, I can do that. All right.
Alarm.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Sarah. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Shell Game, and I do not have a coffee.
Who are you playing?
A Thea, which perfect.
Sharing is caring.
Who are you?
I'm Dan Parsons. I'm at Dan Parsons. I play Lieutenant Conrad Carls Jr. Next.
Hi, my name's Jackidash, Jakidash. I play Kika, who's our baddie engineer, and I know a lot about Legends of the Hidden Temple.
And I am Lizzie the Bold. You can find me at Lizzie the Bold. I play Ziana, and I'm not even sure what game she's talking about.
We need to have a marathon of the
Wait,
Crystal
out
Maze.
of curiosity. Okay, good. I
Legend
was
of
gonna
the
be like,
Hidden
are we
Temple.
including Crystal Maze in this?
Are
Yeah.
these
Oh!
Indiana Jones movies?
Oh, the-
No.
No.
It sounded
Legends
like
of the Hidden
Indiana
Temple
Jones
is-
movies
to Yeah.
is
me.
like
It was a Nickelodeon show in the 90s where
Yeah.
you were teams of two, you're the blue bear.
Olmec!
Yes, Olmec the
Oh!
talking, yeah.
And I am Random
that
Tuesday.
the
I will be your
oil
GM for this
consortium?
evening. In the first half, the crew has been exploring. Oh, that's right, guys. I have an announcement for you, which
Wah,
probably
wah.
should have
A
said
reminder
before.
announcement?
Remind announcement. This is the final season of Leviathan Distant Stars. We will be concluding the story of the crew of the Batleth and their epic adventures. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure what fate the galaxy or state the galaxy will be in when they're done with it. I'm
We're,
hoping it'll be a good one, but we never know. And there's a possibility at some point we might come back to this world, but the crew of this particular group, the story of this particular group of characters, will be concluding on August 29th.
Oh, I should write that
But
down.
we as people will still, like, be
Yeah, they
here.
will still exist,
I
and
will
many of them
cease to exist
That's it.
on August 29th,
You will.
2018.
at exactly 10 p.m. If we
Yes.
don't wrap then, it's gonna be real weird.
I will cease to exist.
I'll be fine.
We know. We know.
I
So-
don't know.
I learned that I do this a lot when I talk /GM, which is really bad if you're wearing a lav mic right here.
Oh no.
I learned that the loud way
fun.
several times. So, we are going to jump back
I
in.
know them.
The crew of the Batleth. Oh, hi, Initiative. Yeah.
I bought your coffee.
It's delicious. I got it. It's good.
Wait, is that this?
No.
No,
Oh.
no. They're anyway.
It's being mailed.
Long story.
Okay.
They're exploring a dungeon right now. And by a dungeon, I mean a lab. It's equivalent of a dungeon. Sorry.
There may be a dragon. We don't
There
know.
might be a dragon
Can I
in
add
it.
to it? It's a space dungeon.
It's a
It's a
sponge.
spongin.
a spongin.
And that's really all you need to know. At this point, they have found a room with a generator in it, and Kika is using all of her ingenuity,
feel
knowledge,
that.
and know-how to restart this generator in order to get power to this floor that they are on, and then probably gather some information.
Things will happen.
Rachel, is taking watch.
Yeah.
Conrad is holding gear for Kika, and Thea and Ziana are exploring down the hallway. So Kika, to get this engine powered on, I'll start us a little clocky clock for it.
I'll have you know that I thought but didn't say I'll power your dungeon.
Yeah,
But now I said it.
Yeah.
What?
I don't get that.
It's fine.
It's,
So
it's a
uh,
joke format.
fix an intelligence for fixing this generator. If Conrad wants to assist in any sort of active way, you might potentially get some bonuses. But otherwise, you're just kind of holding stuff for her.
Well, he's actually going to be helping by having a conversation.
Okay.
All right.
Oh no, not
Do I
feelings.
do I roll for this or is
Roll for
this,
feelings.
Roll for feelings.
I think Tia needs to take a negative 2 dice penalty anytime she does that.
So I want to point out that I only received a 9. Wait.
Wait, are you
No,
rolling?
that's
Are
not
you
right.
rolling
No,
for
no, wait.
Intelligence?
Are you
Wait
rolling
a second.
for
Let me,
feelings?
wait, nope. This is. You know what 6 plus 2 is? 8, and then I had 3. So 11.
11.
Okay.
Way better than 9.
So Kika's moving a pipe, and oh no, and there's a little tss of air because I don't know why there's air in that part of the end. Well, that should have been in there. And then as she's doing that, and she's puts her nose against it to smell it, but it doesn't work because there's a vac suit. And then she's like, so
What is it, Kika?
what's after this? Are you going back to Aika, or are you staying? What's gonna go? What's gonna happen? And Kika's now moved upside down to not using the first word choice I was gonna say. Adjust the carriage of the wires.
I really want to know what your first word choice was
Yeah.
as well.
Was there stroking? What
What's
about
the-
jerking?
How about grinding?
What about fucking?
See, Dan, this is why you're a joy.
Timing was just.
No, I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write it
It's
down.
almost like he's a professional. Almost.
Oh man.
She's writing it.
To just say, that is definitely not things you should say on the internet.
Unless
Damn, Claudia, I didn't know you could be so dirty.
Read it.
Wait, what did
No.
she say?
No.
Okay,
she's
okay.
gonna-
Continue with this scene.
I am fixing the pieces as I'm asking a question. What are you gonna do after this?
I don't know what I can't go back to Ica. I mean, they think I'm dead. My dad thinks I'm dead. Frankly, I haven't been assuming I would make it. There would be an after for me. You know, don't want to be demoralizing, but I don't really think any of us are very likely to survive this. Do you?
I mean, if you go around thinking you're not gonna survive this, then how are you gonna know how to put port A into socket C and get out of here? You know what I'm saying?
Is that
Know what I'm
also
saying?
about sex?
Know what I'm saying? Like switches a switch, nothing happens, and
I really don't know what you're saying.
She has
I mean,
200 children.
I have a basic engineering background, but I'm not following you there.
I'm just slowly turns a piece of as large as she is. Very. Can you help? Can you help with this?
Yeah.
Just- it needs to be 73 degrees. This. Okay. Okay. Good. I'm just. If you have the mindset you're gonna die, you're gonna die.
Well,
Especially in this kind of place.
what's your mindset, Kika?
Death can try its best.
Wow.
Flicking things. The real reason I wanted. You were formally invited to this crew, and then you kind of left. Now you're back. Made you a room. What's it gonna take to keep you here?
I mean, I don't have anywhere else to go.
That's not the same thing as saying you want to be with us.
Well, I mean, I do want to be with you guys. You're the closest thing I have to a family anymore. So.
Hold this. It might be hot.
Ah!
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Even through the back suit.
Yep. I'm just putting some glue down. It's fine.
I mean, I'm happy to stay on the Leviathan as long as the captain is interested in having me there, but I don't know, it seems like you and Thea have always been ready to leave at a moment's notice.
She plays it cool. I think we're in it. We're in here for a while. And get cozy. We want you here too.
Well, it's very kind of you, Kika. I gotta say, a lot has changed for me in these past few months, so...
I wouldn't say we're being kind. You deserve better than this. You deserve to be an Ica and to be like a, Sergeant General Mustard. You deserve all that. But you're with us.
We won't dig into that.
You're with us. And so, selfishly, I want to keep you here as long as I can.
Well,
So stay here,
that's...
if you want.
That's really nice to know. I know, for me, being a lieutenant was everything for me. And with that gone, I've really had to do a lot of figuring out who's left. If I'm not that, am I even anything? And I think I am something, but I don't really know what yet. But I miss being a lieutenant.
Why don't you just call yourself a lieutenant anyways?
Well, I have been, but that's neither here nor there in terms of having an actual rank.
Well,
Dead people don't have ranks.
dead people don't have. Wait. And Kika's like, Kika, no. If you're dead, you gonna be a ghost, right? Space.
No, ghosts aren't real.
Oh, well.
We've been over this.
Sure. Just name yourself whatever you want to be named, because ghosts gonna have really cool names, like, Sergeant Soggy of the 3rd Quarter Arm. Okay, that was bad. But
I tried being someone else. It didn't work out for me. I'm Conrad, and I'm okay with that. Whatever it means. I'll figure that out.
I like that. And she taps your head. Now turn it on with your big arms.
Okay.
There's this big switch in the center that I just need him to.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, but not too rough. Be gentle with it.
Well,
Slow. Sensitive. You have to be delicate. Okay.
Roll me another fix on intelligence.
The whole time Rachel is pointedly ignoring this conversation.
11.
11, excellent. It goes, there's a sort of whirring, but it looks like you've got one more sort of section that whirs and then kind of grinds slightly, like something's caught in a gear somewhere.
That's not a purr. Can you hear that? That's not a purr.
I can't
we
hear
will
anything, no.
pause on this and then we'll come back and you'll have another chance to roll one more test. Thea, I assume you are stealthing first down the corridor, and Ziana's
And she's just keeping a little bit of distance at this
roll me
point.
your sneak and dexterity.
Oh, hey, boxcars.
Okay.
Oh,
Silently.
Hey.
You're not actually 100% sure, Ziana, how far behind Thea you are at this point, so you're just kind of hanging back slightly. You walk down. It's a pretty short corridor, actually. Ziana, you're really fairly close to this room. Like Rachel, you can still see Ziana.
Okay.
And you tuck around into a room. This room is dark, kind of like the other ones, but you see that movement of light. There's sort of a slight, when you look around this room, there's a little bit of a shudder that goes down your spine because you see these rows of sort of tubes, tubular pods kind of extending from floor to ceiling that look almost identical to the pod room that you saw on that very first raised ship that you encountered. A lot of them look, none of them have power. Some of them look like they're cracked and broken in some way. One of them definitely looks like it's been completely destroyed from the front. You can't see exactly what's down them, but because you are so stealthy, I will let you kind of just take your time and slowly work your way through. And looking down kind of each of these rows. There's about 4 rows, and down them you make out there are 2 of those kind of rifle-carrying scouts, and with them there are another 2. Actually, they're probably kind of standing near the doorways. There's another door leading out, and then one you're at. These are the very large, kind of hulking, brute-like armored carapaced
2?
hollow. There are 2 of them. So there's 4 things total in this room.
So Thea's gonna keep stealthing around, and as she is, she's just gonna like, the stream of information that you get from her starts with, meep meep, we've got more of these tubes, and there are the 2 little squirmies, and there are 2 big hulks.
The long-fingered squirmies or the rifle-carrying squirmies?
They were rifle carrying.
The rifle-carrying kind.
They got rifles. I'm not seeing any movement in these tubes yet. I'm gonna keep looking. They don't know I'm here, I think. They don't know I'm here. Who am I kidding? It's me. I'm fine.
Ziana
All
will
of this comes
stay out
through.
of the room.
Okay.
But also, meet me to the people that have been left behind, mental telepathy, as opposed to the other kinds of telepathy. There are a bunch of hollow incubation chambers in here, like there were on that first raised ship. Kika, is there any way that whatever power you turn on, you can try and localize to the room that you're in?
Yeah, I was definitely thinking about that, and that's why I didn't activate this 100%. Meet me.
I would just really like
What
to
is this?
avoid
know.
repeating the past.
You want me to juggle?
No, pull up the thing.
Oh, you want me to do the salmon bar?
Okay,
Look, I
like
know
reaches
you're all
forward and
impressed by
tries
it.
to flick it up, but is not weak enough. Wait, no, what I'm talking about
is weak enough.
just a second. It just says that telekinetically,
Telepathically.
and then wordedly, it's like pull the switch up, pull it up,
Okay.
turn it off. Yeah. Thank you.
As
Maybe
it grinds slightly.
no problems here. It's not even on yet. We're good.
Kika?
Ziana trusts Kika.
Yep. Because that one time she said it would only take an hour, and it did only take an hour.
And she said only like 17 minutes, and like I have no reason to doubt her.
You have no reason to doubt
And
Kika
she
ever.
said that she already thought of not turning on the power, and you know she makes mistakes sometimes, but doesn't make the same mistake like
Yeah.
very often.
No.
Very often. So she has an implicit amount of trust in her treasured friend and engineer.
This is a lie. You're doing a lie.
I think Thea just goes, meet me. Is this a code orange?
I would say it's a spackle of orange.
Oh my
like
god.
a pina colada,
Don't.
like these flavors or colors.
Captain, do you need me to come? Are we engaging these hollow?
We are not engaging, Thea. Say it back so I know you heard it.
Thea's right behind one of the scouts.
Say it back so I know you heard it.
I feel like now is maybe the best opportunity that we're gonna get.
We are not in position. You said there are 4 of them.
Yeah? I'm invisible.
Oh God.
You will not stay invisible.
It's
That is an order.
Oberon.
We are not
Midsummer
engaging.
Night's Dream.
Well then, let's get into place because they're not gonna just sit here, especially if they hear something happening down the hall.
Is there...
And also, I really
can't
want to
see.
stab.
Kika, can you manage without Conrad?
Yeah. Because I got Rachel here.
What's
No,
up,
I want
Captain?
both of them.
Why don't you just set up a funnel
Choke point.
choke point?
Because
Bring them here.
Thea will be on the other side of it.
Well, tell her to back Thea.
Meet
It's
me.
fine.
Yes, Rachel.
Oh God.
Let's see if you have any luck.
Get your skinny beep beep over here now.
I feel like I can do so much.
You can do it with a gun over here. Now,
Better go.
I will roll.
Can I
lead.
have your-
I will fucking.
You might need to. Can you roll that yes/no die and tell me what our answer is?
Yes.
Okay. Thea slowly backs away from them. And
Get mommed, kid.
and she pulls out her rifle and she positions herself on the other side of the corridor so that as they can start the choke point, she wants to be hidden so she can snipe them off as they come through the door.
Okay.
All right.
Are you pulling out a gun?
Yeah, she pulled out. She picked up one of their rifles earlier, and she's
Okay.
holding
So you're
that.
kinda
Or
leveling
actually,
your
what are
rifle
the
down the
specs?
hallway.
I meant to ask you what the specs for those rifles are.
They're kind of they're
Is it
the
the combat
standard
rifle?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
then
got
she's
those.
gonna use her the laser pistol instead because I think those specs are better.
No, the
rifle
damage
does
is
more
less.
damage.
The damage is
The
less.
difference
The damage
is
on the rifle is 1d12. The range is the same.
Okay, well then she'll use the rifle.
So Ziana is going to put her self kind of shoulder to the outside of the doorway in the hall.
Okay.
And wait for Thea to come back out.
There's like maybe a movement past you. You can't tell. Thea's real stealthy right now.
We're all stealthy. At least one of you come up here. I'm going to toss something down the hall to get their attention, and we can tag them as they come through the door.
I make like future rock paper scissors motions to see whether me or Conrad
Just
goes.
both go. You know what? No, I'm tired of you.
Absolutely not.
You young humans who think you're so cool because you can touch the tallest
Okay,
shelf.
you're done
Okay,
fixing
we're
the
doing
generator
the thing.
anyway. Why don't you just come with?
Is it
not
like
done.
asteroid Thule data sheet?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Asteroid Thule
Thule
data
data
sheet.
Oh wait, are you ready? Are you ready? Asteroid Thule data sheet. Asteroid Thule data sheet. Ah, okay.
Wait, what does this mean?
Data
if I
sheet.
win?
Data sheet
data
covers
sheet
the
wins.
asteroid.
Yeah.
Right.
Because then you have the data to shoot
Yeah,
down
but
the
if I win, do
asteroid.
I go?
obviously.
Or?
You get to choose.
Okay.
Do
I'll
whatever you
go.
want. Okay.
It's the noble thing to do.
Okay.
I
So
guess
it's
Throw-
basically
Throw myself on the grenade of this operation.
Rachel in the room, kind of
Yeah.
Conrad, Thea, Ziana down this hallway, and Ziana, you want to throw something to surprise them?
I want to throw something like just
draw
like down
their
the hall
attention.
so that they come out.
Okay.
To
You
investigate.
probably take like a spare like light or something that you have, because then it'll make light, but it'll also make maybe a little bit of sound.
Question:
Turned off my light.
Yeah.
How far down the hall could
I'm like,
Rachel
she
could
said
be
it
in
was-
the room and shoot down the
She
hallway.
said
Yeah.
it was a short hallway. I've
a
got
short
a
hallway.
like good range.
So she
on
can
my
still
weapon.
be.
I'm half an
the-
eye on Kika, half an
Yeah.
eye down the hall.
I
I could
see.
shoot still. Yes.
I deserve a full eye. Okay. One
have
eye,
two
one
eyes.
eye. You get 2 half eyes, makes 1 full eye.
Okay, okay.
All
I
right.
cross my eyes. This one is
As you throw like one of
I'll be
your
really good
spare
at
sort of
shooting
flashlights,
them.
it like
Fine.
scatters on the ground, kind of in the hallway, throws light around the room, and you hear kind of the sound of a couple of them moving, and we'll figure out what order. I think it would probably be the brute that would be coming first. They don't expect you, so I will let everybody can prepare an action if you are shooting ranged, or if you're right next to them. So the brute kind of slowly like moves down the hallway, and I assume
We
all of
just
you are targeting
unleashed
shields.
Armageddon.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I will wait until they're within non-disadvantage range before I shoot.
It's not that long of a hallway.
Okay,
It's
I
less than
figured it
25
was.
meters. Yeah. So you're totally fine. So everybody roll your attack on this one particular one, unless anyone wants to hold and wait for the next one. Because then you lose surprise. Like, then they're going to be
No,
prepared.
no, I'll
Wait,
surprise round this one guy.
If Thea's invisible,
You can
Do I still
surprise
get
the next-
surprised?
You can get a sneak attack on them later when they come past you. Yes, you get some amount of surprise.
can you
The
roll the
second-
yes/no die for me again?
You got
Yes.
dice. Just
I know. Thank you. She's gonna hold.
Okay. Everybody's
The thing
attacking.
is,
Go ahead
is,
and
like,
roll it.
In my brain, Thea's on a knife's edge
19.
right now. She just got ordered to do something and she actually
hits.
did it.
20.
That
So
hits.
her chaos factor is higher.
sorry. The
Roll your
attack
attack.
roll 19.
19. It's all hit. Everyone roll your damage.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, 13.
Ooh.
Oh.
I like ready, aim, fire straight in the brain pan.
Yeah.
16.
Damage?
You
Yep.
just
Sorry.
wow.
Now my
So
9.
16.
I,
plus-
military training. I'm good.
13.
13. Okay, that's 29.
Now my 9 feels pathetic.
Are we
Between the three of you,
are we
yes.
determining like just how much of a
annihilated.
stain it still remains on the
These ones have actually a reasonable amount
Okay.
because it's the brutes. They have
Yeah.
a reasonable amount of hit points.
That
Like,
was a
they're
good
hard
one
to
to
take
get
down,
first.
but like the three of you, bam, 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 like bam, bam, it like knocks back. And it
That's
just
why you plan
falls
things.
in the hallway. And it's gone. However, at that point, all of them are aware that there's something murdering things in the hallway. So everybody roll me.
Oh, we're
initiative.
ready.
Let him come.
Oh, this is the intention the whole time.
Aww. Oh no, I get to roll twice.
Oh, do I do that too?
Oh, that's not
Yeah, because
bad.
you can't act until it's your turn.
I'm fixing things. Oh, that's a terrible number.
Oh, I got a 7.
Okay. It's way better than last time.
It was, yes.
Thea.
6.
Also better than last time.
Yeah. Also one directly
Conrad.
below you.
Also 6.
I did.
And Ziana.
And that's 3 6s.
Woo!
It's the initiative of the beast.
Oh god.
2. And Kika.
Because
All right, so
what's
Rachel.
happening?
There's nothing currently in the hallway. I can let you like prepare an action. for when
Yeah,
something shows up.
I'll just ready a shot for like the first enemy that comes into range.
Okay. Conrad, same thing. Are you
I'll reload my rifle with
Okay.
Does yours have a reload on it?
I have
He
ammo
fired-
in my backpack.
a couple of burst rounds?
I've
too, I
yeah,
think.
Oh,
I've
you
been
burst-
using boost
you burst-
rounds.
Okay,
so
okay.
I track my ammo. for that.
Yeah, Thea.
I want to shoot the next one coming through the door.
Okay, so all three of you are going to hold your actions. Ziana, you were the only one who can see into the room from here easily. There are one of the two scouts. You can kind of see their lights coming closer. If you could probably maybe shoot at them, and then one of the brutes is also coming towards the hallway.
Say I could shoot at them.
She doesn't have
Yeah,
a gun.
I'm just pointing out you don't
Oh.
have a gun, but I wanted to give some context
Okay.
that like if maybe the
Got
ranged
it, got
person
it.
was there, they could have done something.
Got it. Got it.
But one of the
people
brutes
can.
looks like they're going to be coming next.
The brute looks like they're coming
It's
through
her
the door
job is
next.
to point out the
I'm gonna
deficiencies.
reload my guns.
Like Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see how in the
You
video when he
definitely-
does that, he grows a mustache?
I've created a murder funnel.
Yay,
so
murder funnel!
Yay!
The next brute comes down and like also sees. This time it's gonna come slightly cautiously, and
Is it within 100 meters?
It is within 100 meters. At this point, all of you can see it if you were shooting it.
I'm shooting it!
Murder funnel.
Oh,
Murder
this is Rachel.
funnel.
Murder funnel.
Oh.
19.
Murder funnel.
19, I think.
Come
I
right
I don't know what
here,
it was
get
big.
Murdered.
Are we getting another
funnel.
surprise hit? Is that what's
No,
happening?
it's just
No,
it's coming
we
down the hallway. You all
prepared.
prepared your action, so you're holding.
We all
Ziana,
prepared.
it's not quite in melee range yet.
Wait.
Like
You
Okay.
reloaded,
I didn't.
though. That
Yeah,
was
I
your
didn't
action.
prepare.
Actually,
you didn't. Oh, you reloaded.
I reloaded.
Okay, so
because
then
he
just
burst
Rachel.
fire, yeah.
That's right.
You did.
Huh?
Actually,
Yeah, I'm
probably
prepared.
would have moved it to melee range,
I'm
but
using
it sees
assassin,
you,
so I wanna.
and it's gonna attack you.
Oh, you want to right when you...
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to pop in.
Okay.
And then you can attack it.
Okay, sorry, I
We'll see what
hit.
happens. Yeah. What's your roll?
Why did we stop singing the murder funnel song?
Because I was afraid of crosstalk.
Oh.
10 damage.
I assume you had what was your attack?
19.
19. Oh, yes. Okay, perfect. 10 damage. All right.
I think it might have been 20.
You
I'm
land
not
a
sure.
solid shot and it kind of starts a bit, and then it sees Ziana, and it's just like stride, leap in, and just gonna go for you with its very large, meaty claws.
Wait, she.
And it
Wait,
misses,
you-
so you can attack it with your hold action.
I thought you like fist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was holding my action. That's what it was. 22.
That'll hit. Roll your damage.
Rolling my damage. Is that? Ooh, nice.
I remember what that's.
12.
12. Okay.
Ah!
It looks like it's starting to bleed, and it sort of lets out that kind of same guttural sound. The two scouts kind of move in. You are
Thea
the
had-
farthest back.
Theo
Oh,
had a held action too.
Yeah, because I
Yes.
was doing
You
my.
trying to shoot?
I just want to assassinate. I want to use my assassinate power and do an auto
So
success.
when they're at like point blank range.
you automatically hit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're close enough for point blank range unless you're standing right next to Ziana.
I mean, I didn't go very far. I just wanted, because I'm
You wanna stay next
invisible,
to
I
her?
just wanted to be in a place where I could snipe them off as they're coming
Okay,
through the
so
door.
you can use that point blank, so you automatically hit, so roll your damage.
Sweet. 17.
Yes. Ziana, as you tear into it, like you're a little
Because of all
bit
the things
confused
that I
because
know,
suddenly
like,
this like bullet
gunslinger
hole
and everything. something else.
looms up next to where your gun was, where you stabbed it,
I think that I
and
just
then just sort of
mapped
begins
wrong.
bleeding
I only
out,
had
and it
two.
like slides, and
What's
you
your
kind of
haircut?
slice it open as
Oh,
it
that's the same
collapses
as
in front of
mine.
you.
Yeah.
What's your shoot?
Good job, Thea.
Your shoot is the same as mine too. Why do you add so much?
Because I've got. Oh, maybe it was because of this rifle then?
It must have been because of that rifle. Because you add your dex
Probably
and
your
then you
dex
add
and
your shoot.
And,
And
your
then-
combat.
And your
And your
bonus.
combat.
Oh, your base attack. I haven't been adding that.
You shouldn't add your base attack bonus to your damage, only to your attack.
Oh,
Unless you're
okay.
gunslinger.
Yeah. No,
So-
gunslinger, you
Even
add your
in-
shoot.
no, you add your shoot.
14.
14. It only had 8 hit points, so
Okay.
you're
Sweet.
good.
Pass
Either
that
way, now you become visible again as you sort of fade into view.
But it's dead now.
As,
It is down.
As
So
Ziana
both
says,
brutes are down, but there's still 2 more skittery
Two
boys.
shooters.
Oh,
Yeah.
shooters.
Shooty boys.
we got
Just
shooters.
slightly worse because they now stay farther back, seeing that you have made a murder hallway, and they're going to shoot at the 2
Funnel.
people that they can see, 1 each. So one's going to aim at Ziana, one's going to aim at Thea.
Wait, Murder Funnel's weakness is guns.
This is guns.
Well, we
Trust
got
that
the
that's
two
not going to be an
big
issue in a
ones.
minute.
Ziana, your AC is only 13, right?
Yes.
It's going to hit you. They're going to miss Thea because you're like a little bit wavery because you do still have the bonus to your AC. And it's going to do
So
to
does the
Ziana.
ghost mantle still exist even
7
when
points
she's
of
not
damage.
invisible?
Yeah,
Okay.
it just doesn't help with the stealth. It's
Got
kind of one of those like they know she's there, so they can target her. Because it's not that it makes her invisible; it's that it gives her a bonus to stealth.
Only Thea thinks it makes her invisible.
You said 7?
Yes.
I think when Ziana says "good job, Thea," Thea nods at her, but when the bullet like misses her, she's like, "I thought you could shoot."
Oh, way to taunt them. Kika, what do you do?
In like the vacuum
Wait,
of space.
Claudia or Kika?
Kika
Okay.
or Claudia, it doesn't matter. What does Claudia want Kika to do?
Well, I have just turned it off, so I'm going to take a turn to be like, centralize the power.
Okay, so I'm gonna split what would have been one more action to just restore all
Yeah.
power into 2. So you're gonna have to
Yes.
do at least 2 rolls to
Ah.
restore power to a specific area.
So I am focused on just the computers,
Okay.
because if I restore the
2
pods,
12s in a row.
then I have to jump into a Leviathan heart again. So,
Have to is such an interesting way to put that.
way to look at that.
So I am going to look around the ground. I assume there's just big wires that are like
Sure. It's a circuit breaker. Like you can be like it's
Oh.
labeled, and you're like, I think that word means computers.
well,
but
I can't
unfortunately,
read, so I just like feel
yeah,
it.
you can't read it, and the one person who
also
speaks this
in
language is
Promethean.
not in here. It's
Like,
in,
oh,
it's in
no.
Promethean. So you're
I'm
gonna
gonna-
figure this out. So take a -2 to this roll
Excuse me.
as you attempt to figure out which things you should turn on and which ones you should turn off.
Okay, well, for the first time in forever, I'm gonna use my
For the
re-roll skill check. And I'm gonna re-roll as an expert.
It's the
Oh.
first paper airplane. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I got 9. I'm subtracting 7,
We can't even pass
and then I
notes
add
well.
3. 10.
10. As you just figure it out, like you've been looking over Thea's
Yeah.
shoulders a lot when she's been learning Promethean, and so you've recognized like the words that you're personally interested in, which are things like technology, and so you kind of like feel it and get real up close into it
Danger.
and put it just in that like sort of you can kind of maybe make it
Yeah,
out.
if my face is against it,
Yeah,
and then like I try really hard and get a little bit sick, I can read.
and like put a lot of light on it. So you make out what you think is the word computers, and you're pretty sure you used to like flip a bunch of switches, and I think you've rerouted it so that only certain things are going to turn on,
Okay.
and only not
That
the
sounds
pods
right.
specifically.
That sounds right.
Okay, Rachel, back to top.
The shooty boys, are any of them within my sight from the back of the hallway?
You can see them, but they're definitely going to have cover, so it'll be harder. to
Okay,
hit them.
my range is 100 and then 300 with disadvantage. Are they within 100 meters?
Yeah,
But
they're
they
within
just
the
have-
distance.
but
They
they
just
have
have cover
cover.
because there's a hallway and there's
Yeah,
doors.
yeah. I'll try and take a shot anyway.
Okay.
I'm not gonna advance at all.
So you staying where you are for their cover. Take a -2. to
Minus
your
2?
roll.
Okay. Nope.
Okay. The shot kind of goes wide, kind of nicks the corner of the hallway. Conrad, what are you doing?
We're
What is this classroom that I
Their
am
bonuses for the 360 video.
Okay, honestly, I'm trying to be the
the least distracting thing in the room. Is that working?
I don't know. I don't
Because I
know.
was like, I better not sing the Murder Tunnel song, so instead I'll just slowly pass lyrics to Dan.
Okay.
I thought it was Murder Funnel.
Conrad! What do you do?
Is there someone for me to shoot?
Yes.
Then I shoot
From
them.
where you are, they also have cover. You would need to move up slightly. So it's shoot normally with a -2 where you are, or move essentially to kind of the front of the hallway so
Well,
that they could shoot you.
You only die once. I'm gonna move up. To,
So you move towards, you're kind
Yeah.
of not quite, you're slightly farther back than Ziana, but you've got a clear
Right.
line of sight on them.
Did you just say you?
Nat 20.
Roll your max damage. Which one are you shooting at? The one that shot Ziana or the one that shot Thea?
You don't have to roll if it's max.
Did I?
Sorry.
Did I? Is Thea
Roll your
visible?
max.
Did I see her getting shot?
And then
You
I
saw like
shot
some,
him.
yeah, because she shot something and then she kind of wavered back into existence for a moment. So she's like there in this like, it's
All
still
right.
kind of hard to look at her because you sort of, your eyes just want to slide.
Then
off
I'm
of
gonna
her.
shoot the thing that was attacking Thea.
Okay. He chose wisely.
So my max damage would be 15, 16. I believe 16.
16. You do a solid amount of damage to it as it
Well,
like.
sorry, 18 because it's burst mode.
18 as it
That's a bad hand gesture to me.
as it reels from the shot. Thea,
Yes.
what do you do?
Thea is going to tuck behind Ziana and try. So I'm gonna tell you her whole plan.
Okay.
She's gonna try and tug behind Ziana and like go invisible again, and then she wants to like crawl in through the doorway, like while she's invisible.
Okay.
And I want her to be low because they're gonna try and shoot, right?
Yep.
You're gonna arm me.
And then she's going to stab them in the back.
Okay. So
Well, I mean,
this
shoot
is going to
them
be
in the back.
convoluted enough that you're going to have to take a whole turn to stealth your way over there.
Okay.
You're not just kind of skirting around. You're trying to like go from being a target to being something they don't notice to getting behind them and stabbing them. So
Yes.
roll your stealth for me.
Oh, and when I say stab, I mean shoot. But
Sure.
yeah.
That's not the
Honestly,
same.
I don't
not
even
the
know.
same.
You might also mean throw.
Also
it's-
accurate with Thea.
It's hard to tell with Thea. I'll be real.
Do you have the throw skill?
It's
No.
exert.
Oh, it's exert.
I don't even. Oh no, I do have the exert skill, but
Yeah, that's why she started
the-
throwing things because she didn't have punch, shoot, or stab, but she had exert. So she was like, "But if I throw it, I don't take penalties."
Wait, there was a
It was
reason?
a really
Yeah.
intelligent game player decision. Okay. 11.
I don't know what's wrong with us tonight. I'm sorry.
I'm fine.
Ever.
9 p.m. coffee.
16.
All right.
It's like
16
Kika
total.
trying
Yep.
to go down a stairway.
They, you sort of kind of tuck behind Ziana and then slide your way around. You're able to make it all the way around. Were you going for the one that shot at you or the one that shot at Ziana?
What do you mean 16
The one that
total?
shot at me.
How could it be more than 16?
I presume
Because
she
of
adds
all
a
of my
lot
bonuses.
for her
I
stealth.
have so many bonuses.
She
in
can't roll
stealth.
16.
Well, I
You
didn't
can only roll
it.
12.
She didn't roll 16. It's okay.
It's okay,
Uh,
Rouge.
So
okay.
you sneak around and you are in position for the next turn. Which one was it again? The one that's
The-
been hurt or the one that hasn't?
She would probably go for the one who has been hurt.
Okay.
That was the one shooting at you, so.
Ziana.
Yes.
What do you do? I'm gonna take that.
No,
Set it up. I'm
We're
gonna tear
done.
it in front of you.
No,
So-
we're done and we're gonna save it for the end of the show.
Here's the thing.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yes, but still total.
Well, I mean, she kind of knows where Thea is now, right?
No, Thea
Oh,
went
I
back to
totally-
being hard to notice again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if
It's
this does anything to screw with you.
She was.
So,
Army
I
Ziana,
don't think she communicated any of it very well, though.
She definitely.
She
Unless
does
you shoot
stealth.
unless you like do the ground, unless you step on her,
Well, she might do a ground pound.
unless you
No, I think I'm
jump
behind him
and
now.
jump
AZ,
on her.
AZ, AZ.
What
Mario
does
Party.
Ziana do?
so Ziana is going to try and create some cover for the shooties
Okay.
by rushing into the room. And
Which one are you rushing at?
So much for the murder funnel. Now it's a murder tornado.
yeah, that's a
Murder
murder tornado. The one on the evens is right, odds is
The
left.
one that's been shot or the one that hasn't been shot?
Oh, okay. The one that has been shot.
Okay. You just charge it. You just go in there
Ah!
and roll that
that attack.
What am I rolling to attack? Like, is this?
This will be. What are you hitting it with? Are you trying to like?
Charging it. Oh, I'm gonna charge it with my corrupted
Okay, so then
alien
it'd be punch.
arm, my left arm. 25.
That'll hit.
I rolled that 25. Sorry.
Is that total? Is the 25 total?
Sorry.
Because you can't roll higher than a 20.
She rolled a nat
Little do you
25.
know, we have 25-sided dice here.
Wait, you've only been using 20s?
Yeah, didn't you know?
14.
What a handicap.
14 damage. The one that's been hit. You just go in and you. If it had a heart, you rip it out.
Wait, why would I have a heart?
I love how you
And it
just snuck
drops
up behind
and,
them
like-
and went to like shoot them, and then it just falls.
Yep. That
What
puts it
the
at
hell?
the the other gunslinger scout is gonna shoot at Ziana because you're a big red angry target. And
Do
it's
what
gonna
you
hit.
do.
It's gonna hit
Oh.
for 12 points of damage.
12, did you say?
12, I did say.
All right then. All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's
How many
fine.
points of damage do you? I mean, health. How many points of health do you have?
Is
left?
it 69 again? I love when it's 69.
I have 54
We
hit points
passed
now.
up 69 already.
No, we went
Rough.
from 73 to 66 to 54.
Alright. Kika.
So, I'm just like, he was like, I can read. I can read. And like, is like going back to that big switch, which it's a comically large switch.
Yes, it is an unnecessarily comically large switch just for you.
So Kika is gonna do the whole stand on it, and then she's actually gonna bat upside down and try to use gravity to pull it down.
Alright. Roll your
gravity.
Based in intelligence, or this is
There's nothing intelligence
I'm
about
gonna let
this.
you because functionally
Or wisdom.
it's not about the actual
Okay.
handle. This is
Charisma?
Claudia talking herself into a corner that she may not want Kika to have to
Okay,
use.
okay. Let me think again.
Do you want to? Okay, here's the thing. If that's the issue, then it's gonna be strength and exert.
What if I just get with my back to the generator and I put my little feeties on it and I just push?
So here's the problem.
What if you realize that there's a button on it that you can push with
Yeah,
your
if
claw?
the issue is that it is a comically large lever that you have to pull, then it is going to be, and you have set yourself up for this challenge, a strength and exert challenge.
I am literally right there.
If it is, however, say something that involves, I don't know, your actual skill set.
I have
and not-
telekinesis and I'm right there.
and not a comically large lever, then you could probably roll fix and intelligence.
She
I will
also
let
has
you make
arms,
this decision.
I mean, but I'm not gonna like take my eyes off the hole.
Okay.
So hold on. I want to just highlight something. You know, Kika's perspective, comically large lever. Rachel's perspective, normal ass size lever with a tiny bat hanging from it.
Yes.
So I just want to be clear, Claudia. What
Okay.
is it you would like to do? Because I've given you your two options.
I'm going to merge the two. let me explain first.
She's gonna
How
pull
about
down on it,
I
going
see Kika,
fix.
I see Kika hanging from this comically large for her lever, and I will, with my brain, help her pull it down.
Wait. Let me
I would
fix
like
my
to
idea.
hear what you have to say.
There will be a moment where Kika does the, and then you know how like with cartoons they kind of like move around really quick and try to like pull it, and they're like, and
Sure,
it's like,
yes.
oh, and just goes to the screw and like loosens it a bit, and then pulls it down.
Great. Roll fix and intelligence.
Perfect.
You're just like, let me set myself up for a
There's-
problem that I didn't need to have.
There's no intelligence.
It's an incredible
sorry.
amount
I
of
am the
intelligence.
smartest
truth hurts.
person.
Roll
in
your
the
dice,
room.
woman.
Oh dear.
11.
Okay. And with that, you pull the comically large but not super difficult to pull lever. And there's like a hum.
I'm sorry. You mean a purr?
There's a what does it sound like?
You set yourself up for this.
It really did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what everyone hears.
Yeah.
Cats run out of the room.
And the lights in the room that you're in flicker on, and they kind of are.
The room that
buzzing.
I'm in?
Yeah, the room that you're
The
in.
room that I
pods do not
specifically
turn on.
asked you.
Wait.
The paws don't turn
Oh,
on.
okay.
Don't turn on.
Okay.
The computers seem to whir into life. The lights are flickering like nothing is particularly stable. Behind you, the other room also turns on. And that will bring us to Rachel's turn. As you watched this whole thing.
Yeah,
unfold.
I was gonna use my action to help Kika, but then she gets it going, and so I'm like, all right. And I turn back to the hallway and shoot the only thing I see that's not my crewmates.
Okay,
And it
go for
still has the -2.
Not
It
if
ran
you-
after Ziana.
It's Ziana ran after it.
The second one went after her.
No, that one stayed in the same spot.
Oh, it's shooting it.
Yeah, they're shooting at her.
From a distance.
Yes.
Got it.
Um,
So does it have cover?
If you don't move up, then yes.
I don't move up.
Yes, it has cover.
Oh, good save.
Okay.
good save.
I think I add. It's at least 17.
That'll hit.
Okay. I don't remember exactly.
It's fine.
It's fine. And then it's a d12. Wait, 17 minus 15. Does 15 still hit?
Yes,
Okay.
it's 14.
Sorry, I forgot to minus 2.
It's okay. Roll the damage.
Oh no. 5.
Okay.
That's an amount bigger than 0.
That is a correct statement. It takes a shot, the one that's slightly farther away from you, both Thea and Ziana. Conrad.
I take a shot at.
And you've stepped into the room.
Yeah, so.
The only one that's in there?
Yeah.
All right, shoot it.
I take a shot at the one that's dead on the ground.
25.
That'll definitely hit.
I take a shot at the computers that just turned on.
It's a 7, that's fine. So 7 plus 12, 14.
14. Okay. So close. It's like reeling from both of these shots. Thea.
bonus?
My, I have gunslinger, so my shoot is 3, my
Oh.
dex is 1, I'm in burst mode, so that's 2.
I should burst mode.
It adds damage.
I should burst mode.
It just goes rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat, ooh.
That's
what
So
it becomes.
I'll do that
he's
later.
wavering but still standing.
Yep.
Well, being behind one's as good as the other, so she just tries to shoot him from behind.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Since
I will
I'm
give
in-
you a +2 because of your stealth still holds. Because you haven't made an action since then.
Can I assassin? Can I use?
You
my
have
assassin?
not had enough time to. You're not in point blank range. You'd have
I'm
to
not in point
move
blank
up
range?
to it.
Oh, I thought I had moved right behind him before.
It was the other
No,
one.
The other
Oh,
one. The one
okay.
that you
That's
were
right,
right
that's
behind is dropped.
I don't think this is gonna be enough. 10, 11, 12.
Just misses. Ziana.
Oh wait,
Worked good the first time.
Alright. Run
Here we
in! Just hit it.
go.
That's all you gotta do is hit it.
You gotta do the arm charge.
Oh! Do your thing.
I'm a reroll.
No, you don't even have to reroll. You're a warrior. You automatically succeed. If that's what you want to
Automatic
do.
success because
Yeah.
I rolled a
You
one.
are a warrior.
It's because you said that all I had to do was hit him.
It is all you have to do because
Right.
you will automatically deal 1 point of damage.
Yeah, I dealt it 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage.
You go in and you just rip its throat out.
It's kind of there's viscera everywhere.
I'm glad you
Ziana is
are.
having a good day, actually.
I now understand what's happening with the map.
Claudia figured it out.
I'm smart.
That the little flags are the villains is?
Yes!
Yeah, girl.
Yeah,
There are
she-
groups that move around.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you said last time.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Okay. And at that point, we will drop out of combat time.
All of a sudden, I feel like I'm in a different time.
Yeah. Time is suddenly moving faster.
Somewhere in time.
Ooh.
Thea's gonna.
Where's Chris?
Oh wait, I
What's
didn't
his
use
butt?
it. Never mind.
Good job on the lights, on the power, Kika.
Help. Give me a time. How many minutes was it?
I did not time you.
It was 17.
It's exactly 17 minutes. You have
Exactly.
no idea.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. It was 17 minutes. I have the utmost faith in you, Kika.
How many exits are there from the pod room?
From the room that you're in, there's the one you came in, and there's one more.
No, the pod room, not the generator room.
That's the room you're sorry, the generator room has the two. There's
Yeah.
the one you came in and the one that goes into the pod room.
Okay.
So I guess the one that goes into the big pods and the one that goes into the little pods room.
Yeah.
Connect to the generator.
Yeah.
And the little pod room also only has 2 exits. One to the generator and one to an unknown.
Do you ever feel like a video game is hurting you? Just asking.
Oh, you mean
No
like there's only
reason.
one entrance or exit from any given room, and the other room is definitely closed, and you
We're
can't
moving
open it?
ever towards our own inevitable
No, there
death.
was a
and-
door in
There
the
was a door.
Leviathan incubator room, but it was a powered door.
Hey, we have power back now. Kika, can we get information off of the computers?
I know someone who can. Maybe.
I am really bad at computers, so it's not me.
She means Thea.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe.
Mimi.
Oh, hi. And like, Kika's like leaning on the, like, is like standing on the switch still and leaning against the machine. Like, can you hack this thing and perhaps get enough data that Ari is very happy?
You know what? Yes, I think I can.
Then-
Because you know why?
Why?
Because it's me.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
who would I ask? And this is a vocal, like, this is a
This is
everyone
like, yeah, we're not
conversation.
limiting this
We
one.
also upped the
Okay.
volume, and we're like volume 10 and our.
No.
So computer room is back the other way though, right?
There's several computers.
There's a couple of computers in here too.
Oh, okay. So Thea will walk over to them and attach the line shunts and attempt to run the
Take a
system
minute.
and
You attach the line shunts and are immediately disintegrated. That mean. I've got to let her log in first and then give her dump shock.
oh, such fun!
It's fine.
Do you have firewall in your brain?
Yeah. So
mean, she
you
did
take a
use
little
her
bit of
brain,
time. While Thea's doing this, is anyone else doing anything in particular?
I think
want-
that either Conrad or myself should station at the other entrance.
I want to actually go scout back to there was a door that wouldn't open.
Yeah, the powered door.
power door.
And see if that's, if Kika's been able to unlock it. Maybe there's treasure there.
Then I will go and like stand guard at the other entrance.
You head through. This is another. You're kind of waiting at that doorway. You can kind of pull it. It's like enough that you can sort of slip through. This one doesn't need to be opened. That room also now has restored power, and this one looks kind of almost quintessentially like a lab. There's computer equipment. There's tables with sort of strewn and broken equipment on it. There's scanners, maybe something. There's a lot of things that you don't really know what it does, but it is clearly a place where science has happened. And it is largely in disarray. There is what you would see is some sort of elevator shaft there, and then a door that is closed.
Closed. But there's no hollow in here.
There's nothing in here.
Okay, then I'll just stand at I'm mostly in the pod room.
Okay.
So, but I'm like at the door. Make sure nothing like comes up behind us.
I'll backtrack. and-
Conrad, you backtrack. You get back to that door. From what you can tell, power has been restored to it, but it looks like there's kind of a reader next to the door that would involve some sort of biometrics to open it, or wiring it in some way.
Biometrics.
I'm not stupid enough to pull off my vac suit to try my thumbprint. So.
Why would it be programmed to your thumbprint?
You're definitely not stupid.
You're not permissive
Yeah,
for what?
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah. You would
sometimes
notice like it's for like.
sometimes our
years.
first idea is the best one. Sometimes our second is. So.
or maybe the third or the
Yeah.
fourth. Or
So that's what you
the-
found. Kika, Ziana.
So Ziana is a little bit paranoid and about the past repeating itself, and is going to check some of the tubes.
Okay.
See if there's anything in them. See if that something is alive and about to emerge.
You go through and you start checking the tubes. You come across a couple that were like broken open, and there's kind of that same sort of like dried remains inside, like that's something that died in there. It doesn't look exactly like, it's hard to tell because it's been dead clearly for a while, but it doesn't look exactly like you would expect a hollow to look like. The most obvious thing is they still have mouths.
Are there any of the tubes that are like intact and look like something might be sealed and alive in it?
There might be a couple that look like they are less damaged, so if they manage to stay in like preserved condition, you could maybe get a little bit more information of what they look like.
You gonna make me roll for that?
I mean, you would need to open them. Like you would need to like get the thing out. They're kind of like hazy sort of fluid inside.
It's the same thing as before, where like maybe if you're lucky, it'll like
Okay.
move forward and smash its face
Yeah.
on the
So,
thing, and then you can suddenly see.
I'm gonna look for some kind of console where like I can open a single
Probably
intact
next to
looking
where-
tube.
Yeah. Give me a notice and intelligence for this.
Oh, why do I keep doing this to myself?
Yeah, you place the shunts, and you're ready to hack in. Roll me your program and intelligence.
I'll roll her program in intelligence.
Boxcars.
Okay.
See, I
My
told you.
girl.
You hack in immediately and conveniently. You also recognize Permeason, so your eyes begin twitching. You sort of place your hand over it, and you kind of get this overlay of information. The first thing that comes up is the information related to this room. It references something that says like you're getting readouts. It keeps referencing like drone program, and it's all of this information like you're seeing like gestation, growth information, like progress kind of data. And as you sort of piece it all together, it looks like essentially some sort of cloning and a growth program where they're creating not quite hollow, like uncorrupted hollow, essentially. Like they are trying to create their own somewhat drones that they can control. That could act as military for them.
But it had a
Do I
tragic
see?
end.
Do I see anything that would tell me any sort of way to like shut off or like?
From what you can tell, all of the
terminate?
readout information indicates like they're you would need to restore power to the pods to actually know what the status is. But essentially, like all of the information, you get all of this biometrics, and then it cuts off immediately. And there's like power failure, and like information on the like it looks like things started going haywire.
Oh, okay. So there's no like. They are particularly susceptible to cold or something like that.
From what you can tell, the Prometheans were intentionally creating them.
Okay.
These are not hollow. They don't have any like infection characteristics. They were never once Promethean. They are essentially empty clones.
Would I have any reason to believe that these were the origin of the Hollow?
The dates don't match up. The
Okay.
hollow have existed for way longer than this lab has.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
I'm gonna try to hack the door.
You do have a skill in programming.
do.
I'm actually not, and I'm not Thea, but I'm not entirely untalented when it comes to
Cool.
working with computer systems.
You're gonna continue digging deeper, Thea. So I'll let Conrad hack the door, and then I'll get you some more information.
Sounds good.
Roll your program and intelligence.
Should be good.
I'm
Come on.
excited.
That's not great.
It's
That's
not
pretty good.
horrible.
Not. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
you picked
8.
your top 2, right?
Oh, never mind. I forget that.
You kind of begin working on it. You think you're close, but you're not there yet. Like it's sort of you keep getting like this like do flash of red, like do flash of red. You think maybe a little bit more time, and you might be able to give it.
Chrome
another
keeps
try.
opening more tabs.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not gonna help you go faster.
Rachel, from where you are, you see the console in the other room, like the basic lab room, like it's flashing, like it go doot, red, like doot, red, the one right next to the door.
Right next to the door. I look back and like everything's still cool and Ziana's still in that room, right? I'll
Yep.
go over and like see what's flashing. I can't read Promethean.
From what you can tell, it looks like some sort of biometric scanner next to the door.
Is flashing?
Occasionally like the little light goes from like green to red.
I think
Just like flashes
I
red.
like
someone inputted a wrong code.
I like through comms. I'm just like I think someone's trying to get into this lab.
Guys, I'm focusing here. Just let me do my thing.
No, the lab. Wait a second.
Wait,
and I knock on the door.
I'm just gonna let this play
Whoa.
out.
Is it?
I like.
It's him.
I jump backwards.
Actually, there's a hallway in
Oh my
between, so it's
goodness.
not quite, but yes.
I think they unlock at the same time because that's gonna be great when they both hold the
Yeah,
door.
the door, like, you knock on, and then there's a and the door just, like, suddenly flashes green in front of you, and, like, this slides open on both ends, and there's kind of a hallway, and there's, like, maybe 10 meters in between
My,
you, and
like-
you see Conrad.
My arms are crossed, and I'm just like,
Are you the real Rachel?
no.
Oh. Only Rachel would say that.
I mean, the man has a point.
I actually forgot to mention there's, next to that elevator, there was a flight of stairs that went up, or, that look like they're going up.
The elevator in the lab?
Yeah.
I should have drawn this the other way. It's fine.
Yeah, my map, I had to change it completely if those two were connected by a hallway.
Yeah, my map is not useful.
I
My
wrote,
map's right up here.
It literally says weird room on it, so there have been a lot of those.
I mean,
And then you saw another door off of this room. That's this one. Another hallway looks open, and you think you see another stairwell leading down.
Okay, so let me correct me if I'm wrong.
Mhm.
There's one door leading to Conrad. There's one door leading to the pod room. There's an elevator shaft, and then there's stairs.
One going up and one going down.
So I thought we were already on the bottom level. Is that
You're not. There's one
We're
more
on
floor.
the second level.
there's basement
Jeez,
level
this
3.
dungeon is such a
That's-
crawl.
The bat.
All right, and with that, we're done with tonight's episode.
we still have some more information to give Thea.
Oh, wait,
Sorry,
sorry.
everybody. We can't handle the puns.
You keep digging into the data, and you pull up the information on the other room. The other room was the program that Sarin isn't in. In fact, you actually see Sarin's name a couple of times. You see the other name, Erzan, that was mentioned, and then several others. These look like they were Leviathan pods that were rescued from potential Rays capture. The Rays had essentially been looking for any Leviathan they could, and are now being engineered to be ships that are capable of resisting Rays infection and being taken over. These three were being gestated before being taken to another area where they get too big to be gestated, and they all look like they have died in the gestation period. After, like, again, that same thing, like the data cuts off. You also then see information that you can't access. You know that it's there, but it looks like it's no longer networked in, so all you're getting is kind of file names and like network locations. And there's one that seems to indicate some sort of like interference program, and then another one that is a control program, and the last one is prevention.
Thea's going to write down all of the file names and any associated information that's available on each of those three. And her way of relaying all of this information to everybody is to basically say, well, they've been using those pods to try and find a solution, but we already knew that. There's no way I'm going to be able to access what we need from here. I've got to go deeper. There are these file sources. Rather, there are these files. And if I can just get to the source, I need to find the original terminal that they came from because they're no longer networked in.
Is that true?
You do have some basic information. You are able to pull up a little bit more detail on the sort of like status of the attack, and you get some like notes on locations that were destroyed before the entire lab was shut down. So you have a little bit more direction on where you need to go. You know that you can take the elevator down from where you are and go down one more floor to the lower level basement, and you have a basic idea of how that floor is laid out. And what tag is associated with each of those, like which lab was responsible for them.
Okay, cool.
So you can kind of direct it a little bit more. When you dig back out and you look, you look at the drone program, which is the room that you're in, and you think that maybe some of them may still be intact if you restarted the pods. And kind of as you're looking at that, Ziana, you're like, huh, and you just sort of push a button and like power just floods to it. Kika, you're like on top of the generator, and there's like it flips over one of these switches, and you're like, that wasn't one that I'd switched.
Wait, it did it on its own?
No, Ziana pushed a button.
No,
but you don't know that.
You think it happened on its own. And the pod like glows, and that kind of murky liquid in it sort of clears out slightly, and it starts unfilling.
What's in it?
draining.
And you see, you're not sure if it's still alive. It looks kind of like Ari, but blank. Like there's no bioluminescence on it. There's like it has a mouth. It has normal looking eyes. It just kind of looks like a Promethean from what you've been told they look like. And you see a blip suddenly on the screen saying Plague Pod number 12 activated. Subject status intact.
Meep meep. A pod just activated. It's alive.
It slides open. Eyes open. And it looks at you. Atiesa. Which you know means orders.
Am I? So I can hear this?
You're in the room.
Wait.
okay.
Did this thing just open up and start speaking in the 0 atmosphere room?
Yeah, it's plugged in. You can't hear it, I guess. But it's like there are cables coming into its back
so
that's
they have-
clearly like
Oh,
maintaining it. It
Ziana-
tries to make a sound and it doesn't say anything.
Ziana
like,
shows John. Ziana points at the
Actually,
glowy
wait.
on.
No, you hear it in your head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Okay.
Like,
Thea's like, it wants orders, Captain.
and that's where we're in tonight's episode.
Great. Ari and Sissy, they're gonna be really happy or really mad.
Just gave you a bunch of drones. You have to suit them up somehow.
We have
Oh, I don't know. Y'all know, like,
There were-
maybe
there
you
are
don't
pods
know
outside.
what Gianna's, like, and I'm gonna save it for next week.
it's up for next week.
Did all three of them open or just one?
Just one.
Okay.
Just one. There's not going to be that many that are still intact.
For right
But they are
now.
essentially like long-term stasis pods. So they were able to maintain a couple of them. And that means I'm going to read some explanations that came through words from our sponsor. Words from our sponsors.
Adverts.
I wasn't sure you were going to try and open any of the pods. I was like,
I'm really glad.
not
you did.
everything in here is going to murder you.
Yeah, but we're kind of trained
Yeah,
to
to
expect
think that
most
every
things.
like especially those
So
things
okay,
for
look,
you.
like here's the thing. Like Ziana had a sense that maybe these things were Promethean, and like
Does he know?
she knows what it's like to be part of a dying race where there are only so many of you left, and Aryuta is the only one left. And so it kind of occurred to her, maybe these are her people. And we can let them out and then take them back up to her, and then she won't be the only person.
Yeah, she'll be the only sentient.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'll just have a bunch of friends that
Weird,
are just
weird,
mindless
creepy.
clones.
I mean,
we don't know they're mindless yet.
maybe she can fix
He has
them.
a pretty
or-
solid idea that the drone program has. They have no sentience. Like they are literally designed
Z
to
doesn't
take
know that.
orders.
Yeah.
But
She's
that's
like,
great.
"What's
She
wrong
can
with
have
her?"
a bunch of weird, creepy copies of herself.
It'll be
But,
great.
uh,
It'll be
look
so
like her.
fun.
It'd be really friendly. Our first donation that came
We
through.
could upload Oksana into one of them.
We'll talk about the autonomy in another
Or upload Oksana into all of them.
and
What?
donation.
Our first one that came through is William_TW with $30. Hello from the office. Hello from the office to you. Cold Drake with 1066. Space milk is not cold enough for space cereal. Try the new Spiridge. New bubble shield tech guarantees flash frozen freshness.
Flash frozen fresh.
Is it
freshness.
blue milk?
I think
When-
this space milk is probably like red.
Gross.
Yeah, vampire
I
milk.
mean,
Vampire milk.
It depends. Kika thinks it's not.
Gosh
the-
darn it.
When the 0 kelvins of space just isn't cold enough. So,
There is
Yep.
nothing.
Nutrition enthusiast with $90. Crap. Everybody needs to eat.
It's
Brought to you by Mita Sticka.
Get your Vito Stickos today, whether you're hungry or not.
Original flavor.
I don't want to.
Thank you so much for those donations. We are gonna quickly sign off. Tell you where you can
wait.
find us next.
I have a song. Me
You
and
do.
Dan wrote
Please
one.
sing this song.
Do I get to sing?
You please.
Please do.
Murder tunnel, murder tunnel. Come right in and die, murder tunnel. You gotta read the second verse.
Don't you?
No, we're sharing.
Don't ask why. Just die in the murder tunnel.
Da-da.
Yay!
That was really worth the.
I think you're good at singing, so I really actually enjoyed
Thank you.
that.
Aw, stop it! I think I wrote Leviathan in Korean. Does that sound out to something sort of like Leviathan in Korean? If you know Korean, it's fine.
You'd let you know. All right, let's sign off. Starting with the Murder Tunnel.
Murder
composer.
tunnel!
Murder
Tunnel.
tunnel. I sing lots of songs like this. Murder tunnel.
Who are you? Where can you be found?
I'm Jackie Dash. J-A-K. Oh, sorry, reading. Reading. J-A-K-I-D-A-S-H. And when I'm not being lawyer dash working at a law firm, I am instead playing video games and doing way too many side quests or doing random sewing. Catch me Saturday if you like sewing. Catch me Monday fun day if you like.
Wait, random sewing is over there.
I know.
Sometimes I don't sew.
Sometimes you're like, let's work with metal. Oh no.
I love that we
Limb.
just glossed over that you're a lawyer apparently.
No, I work at a law firm. Different.
So, a lawyer.
No.
So a lawyer, yeah.
I do
I'm
paperwork.
Pretty sure you're a lawyer.
I'm Lizzie the Bold. I don't work at a law firm, and you can find me here next week in the same space time and the same space channel.
You just know so much about insurance.
And I know a lot about car and home insurance.
Cool.
Thanks.
are
Thanks,
you?
Blush.
I think it's really cool.
Thank you.
I'm Blue Jay, and I am neither a lawyer nor someone who knows a lot about car or home insurance, but I did just finish playing the entire series of the Banner Saga. All 3 games. It was a lot of characters dying, and it was a great time. But you can find me doing that or now other things on twitch.tv/bluejay or on Twitter at bluejay_712, or you can see every roleplay thing I've ever done on my website at bluejay.tv/portfolio.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sarah. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at SchellGame, SCHELL, you know, like it's spelled below. If yeah, that's gonna be cool there. Anyway. If you want to see me performing live, go to sarahperforms.com. I try and put all of my shows up there. I say try because my updating of said website is in need of more updating. Yes, that is my official statement.
I'm Dan Poslins at Dan Poslins. Take care of yourselves and each other.
Wait, you missed National Treasure.
My name is Random Tuesday. You can find me at Random Tuesday. I will be streaming on my own channel tomorrow morning. Randomly, I will be sewing, maybe stabbing myself again. We'll find out. We'll work real hard not to do that. And then we'll be back next week. There's only 3 more episodes of Leviathan. But don't worry, there'll be cool stuff after that. And I think that's everything for us. In the meantime, check out our Patreon. Thank you for all of those donations that came through.
Thank you so
and
much.
we will see you shortly. Goodbye.
Bye.